Some of the content of Patriots Unfiltered may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
The world's original podcast.
Welcome to Patriots Unfiltered.
Trying to get the emails, but the keyboard doesn't work.
What's
Alex
going on,
just
man?
looked up like one of those marmots.
Marmot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
marmots.
yeah,
Yeah, nothing's working.
You know what?
Oh.
Hey, Beth, if you just keep hitting the buttons, maybe they'll start working. Mel Blount used to kill guys all the way down the field.
Yeah.
And you can't do that anymore. You know, like, and
You can't take someone's life anywhere.
My dad and I both listened to the podcast, and our washer just broke down. He's thinking of buying another brand besides Speed Queen. Please convince him that Speed Queen is worth the extra charge.
So I just got a Samsung, and I'm very, very happy with it.
So why didn't you get the Speed Queen?
Because I don't want a Speed Queen. What do I want?
Why?
You just have to put quarters in it every time you want to use it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds. It sounds like it sounds industrial
Well,
to me.
they do have a model that the laundromats use. Where's Evan?
He's going to come back
He's
to
at practice now.
I know.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
he's supposed to come back. Evan doesn't actually move that fast. So.
No.
He is sort of like a three-toed sloth, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he kind of waddles around.
Really looking forward to the start of the season. I have no real interest whatsoever in that game tomorrow night, though.
Who is it?
This is Patriots Unfiltered.
Presented by Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com.
All right, welcome to Patriots Unfiltered. It is Thursday here at Gillette Stadium in our first Thursday in-season show. Can't wait. We're doing picks later, around 1:30. Evan is at practice and locker room.
There's a lot going on.
Deuce,
Mike's going to be in and
You're
out.
going to be leaving for the locker room at 12:45, but you promised to be back for 1:30 for the
sure.
picks.
Absolutely. I
Yep.
would not miss picks. I can't.
Alex is here in her custom-made, whatever that is, pullover
Jacket.
Jacket. This is
Windbreaker.
full zip up.
Sure is.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of 90s Patriots
Yeah.
themes going on.
That is
Fonts.
like eight. That's the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Bledsoe
got
Blue
90s, like
inspired.
someone threw up on a coat kind of look.
Oh,
Jeez.
wow.
Yeah.
No, I think
don't
it's
insult
nicer
your
than that.
outfits.
Yeah.
I'm not insulting your outfit. I'm insulting
You
the
said it
style.
looked like someone threw up on
it's
a
the
coat.
style that I grew up with. I'm
Right.
just insulting myself. Like, you guys were like, well, you weren't really in on the Blitz. So that, yeah, if you had to live it, you wouldn't be in on it either. It's just nostalgic to you.
Right.
It is.
It's like, oh, it's
I
a
think
throwback.
It's cool.
Oh, it's cool.
And I'm a 90s kid, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't so cool when you had to actually wear it.
No, I like, you got the name on the sleeve.
Unironically.
Did you used
Yeah.
to do that with like youth sports? You'd have like your jacket when you put your name on the side with your number, and
Yep.
you get patches and stuff when you go
Yep.
to tournaments and things of that nature.
I didn't get the patches part. but
Patches?
Yeah.
That's
we
a
had
hockey
name,
thing, I think, where
you
you
know,
had like all the
you know,
patches on your back.
Name and number.
Paul,
Yeah.
Paul capped.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cap. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
game
Wow.
captain or permanent?
No, it's permanent.
Permanent. Okay.
Depending on what team it was.
Usually, if the quarterback is the captain, usually.
Yeah, that is true.
I
That
made the
is true.
varsity tennis team as a freshman, so I got my jacket, went to a dance, and it got stolen.
Oh.
Who wants my jacket with my name on it? Like,
No,
I thought you were going to say, who wants a tennis jacket?
well, no, I mean, you know, it was
No,
like
yeah.
the same one. It was the same style that they gave to all the teams, but it just
Oh,
was,
like a regular
yeah.
school Letterman
Yeah.
jacket? Yeah, that's odd that someone would steal it with
Somebody-
your name
yeah.
on it.
Fake flexing as a varsity athlete.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They're like, you're not Father
Well,
Fred.
it was kind of. So when I was in high school, the boys soccer team won states almost every single year. So it was like a big thing to be able to wear one of the boys' jackets to the game. And
Oh,
if you got
sure.
their varsity jacket and
Yeah.
watched it in the crowd,
Yeah,
like,
well,
you
I
were
didn't
a
see
cool
anyone
girl.
wearing my jacket. I don't know what they did with it. I think they were just effing with me.
So that's what it
I think
was.
they just
Alex,
threw it away.
Alex nailed it. It was a girl.
It wasn't.
A
No,
girl
I think,
stole your jacket.
I think they just threw it
she
away.
wanted to be Freddie's.
No, no.
Maybe
a
you just
sweatshirt
left
it
it
was
like
throw.
behind a couch and it fell and you forgot it.
No, he wouldn't forget it.
Like when I was
He loved that
I
jacket.
knew where it was.
when I was in college and we would walk to parties in the winter, it'd be freezing. So
Yeah.
then we would stash our coat somewhere where it wouldn't get stolen after.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's like after the party, you're hammered and you're like going under the guy's couch to.
Listen.
Underage
There's young
drink.
people
Listen.
listening.
If you're
You were
out
in high
there,
school?
21.
You were high. Oh, I thought this
I
was
was in
high. I thought we were
college.
still in high school.
College.
Oh, okay. Oh, by
I
all,
wasn't
by all,
walking
Fred's
anywhere.
trying to
and
send
by
then-
all
messages in
means,
the
drink away,
perpetrator.
Alex.
if you're out
21.
there, if you're out there, I'm gonna find you eventually.
And I had my cousin
I want
Bree's
that
ID
jacket
too,
back.
so
All right.
So was that a big thing in high school, though? The girls, like, who was wearing whose jacket
Yeah.
and stuff?
yeah, I wore Curtis Pereira's.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Good get.
Did you
Good
chew-
get,
Number
Alex.
5
Did you chew
defensive
gum when
captain.
you were wearing
who's a
it?
center back.
Curtis.
Like
yeah, I have Curtis.
Pinky
jacket.
Tuscadero.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't think so. Wasn't a big gum chewer.
All right. Let's talk football here.
Yeah, I mean, it is the opener.
Yeah. We've got the Raiders coming up on Thursday. And I know he did like this press conference or this conversation yesterday, Stefon Diggs. But besides all that, are we not excited enough that we have Stefon Diggs on this team and that he is going to hopefully be Drake May's number one guy?
I'm excited.
Are you excited enough?
I'm excited.
It just seems like all
I feel like we're the only
all summer
ones,
we've
but
kind of
yeah.
like downplayed it because we're afraid. Like, is he going to play? Is he not going to play?
This is why we can't have nice
Yeah,
things.
like
I think that ended on July 23rd.
no, but I think we should be more excited about the fact that Stefon Diggs is going to be out there.
I think you're right, Fred. I mean, I know what you're getting at. It seems like we spent more time kind of like wondering if there's controversy going on than just, I mean, I've tried to bring it up a lot that I thought on the field. He looks really good. I don't know how close he is to the old Stefon Diggs and what that might have looked like on the field. But from what I've seen from this wide receiver core over the 6 seasons that I've watched it, he looks pretty good. He looks like the best receiver they've had in a long time.
And I think he should make everyone else. I think he should make Hunter Henry better. I think he should make the guys that we watched last year a little bit better. I think he helps the offense in general.
He definitely should.
To an extent that we didn't see last year. No one on this team that was here last year could do what he's going to hopefully do this year.
No.
And so I just think it's been downplayed because we're kind of holding our breath a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, and he's coming off an injury.
I don't know who's downplaying it.
Yeah,
I mean, they have a legitimate receiver for the first time in 5 years.
I mean, that's the bottom line for me. I think what I've just enjoyed is it's easy to say a guy's really good, but when you watch him in practice, you start to see what the actual nuances are of his game. And I think it was Matt Collins talking about just the way he tempos routes and he slows down and he kind of has a weird style that's hard for defensive backs to kind of get a good read on, and it helps him be a master route runner.
He's a terrific route runner.
He seems to have a good sense of that and how to get open.
Yeah.
How to get open based on what he's seeing on the field.
Yeah, and I still think when we saw him in some of those early team drills in Minnesota that it looked like he decided, all right, I'll turn it on for a little bit, here in the preseason and, just see how things are feeling because it just was uncoverable there. And, those are drills. It's not real. But I feel like there's a good chance he comes out of the gate and is really good right out of the gate immediately there. There's a connection there, and he's the engine of the offense and the gotta-have-it moments.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was listening to what he was having to say yesterday and, having to do with Tom and Phil from NBC Sports. But all that aside, I'm thinking to myself, Stefon Diggs is a New England Patriot.
Yeah.
And Drake May's going to be throwing to him. And I know when we signed him, it was a big, but it seems to have really tapered off. And I think we need to be a little bit more excited about that. That's just me. Now, I know Paul doesn't care.
It's a message from, well, I don't really know where I'm not going to get into the whole
Here we go.
He's rated or not rated. I feel like people are properly excited that they have a legitimate, everything Mike said. They have a guy who can get open. He's a great route runner, always has been. They haven't had this. I don't know what the proper level of excitement is to satisfy your needs.
Yeah.
But I think everybody is recognizing the wide receiver room is better because Stefon Diggs is here.
Yeah.
But
right?
I agree with that. But when I hear people on your shows and other shows talk about who they think what they think is going to happen in the game, who they think is going to win, it's like Diggs is an afterthought. It's like,
not to me yesterday when I was given my little summation. That was basically Diggs.
Well, I know it's a different situation, but when Randy Moss didn't really practice all summer, did you feel like they were sleeping on him a little bit?
It's a good point. We saw in practice the difference of Randy Moss, but then we didn't see him for the whole summer.
No one knew what we were going to get from
We
Randy
didn't know
Moss
that it
because
was
of
going to be like that.
Yeah, right.
That would be like if Gonzalez just played on Sunday and picks off 3 passes.
Right.
Seriously, it would be, that's how little we saw of Randy Moss in training camp.
Yeah, I hear your point though, but I just think it's it's hard because they've limited him a little bit, and he hasn't been out there every team period, and so you've only seen him in little bursts. But I understand what you're saying.
My only question with Diggs is not about his availability. It's not about his ability to run routes and all that stuff. Are you going to get the Diggs of the last 2 or 3 years, or are you going to get like a flashback Diggs of this big play guy who's making big plays down the field, stretching the field? I don't think you're going to get that one. I think you're going to get the one of the high volume, low yards
and I'm
guy.
good with that.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a better receiver than they've had for forever.
Yeah.
Since Edelman retired.
Yeah. On like one knee too.
Right.
Like,
I wouldn't even say since 19, whatever it was, 20. Like 19 was the last time he was a semblance of himself.
Yeah.
Well,
It's 25. That's a long time ago.
yeah. So I just want to throw that out there and see if anyone agrees with me that, like, oh, yeah, we've got Stefon Diggs. Oh, yeah, hell yeah, we've got Stefon Diggs.
Yeah,
Let's
see,
go.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Like, that's the part I would just. They have Stefon Diggs. I think everybody's talking about him all the time. I don't know what you think Stefon Diggs is going to be.
Well, I feel like
I think he's going to be 1,000-yard receiver.
Right. That's what I think.
I kind of agree with Fred.
Well, that's great.
in
But
the
he's a
sense-
1,500-yard receiver in his career.
No, but
now he's a 1,000-yard guy.
On this team, I'll take that. I'm excited about that.
Me too. I just don't know. Maybe it's not as properly excited.
Sounds like
Alex,
you're
Alex,
ready to
help me out.
poo-poo it unless he has 1,500
No,
yards.
I'm poo-pooing you thinking that no one cares.
I think that
That's
the
all
fans
anybody talks
care.
about.
I think that some members of the media are like trying to temper people's expectations to like I've experienced this myself. People have in the media have asked me, how's Diggs been? And I say, he's wonderful to work with. Everything people have told me about him being like a drama, like one of those elite wide receiver mentalities. I just haven't seen it personally. He showed up to more community events with Donna during the preseason than anyone on this team, including veterans. And I was just expressing that, like, I've been super pleasantly surprised. He's great to work with. And everyone's like, oh, well, yeah, there's a honeymoon period. Like, oh, well, just wait. And I'm like, why can't we just be like, oh, cool, that's really great that he seems to be a good guy off the field and kind of just defying people's expectations that they had of him coming in.
Yeah. So
is Alex properly excited?
yeah.
Good,
fired up.
Alex.
Yeah.
Good,
I like
Alex.
him. I think he's great.
Yeah.
I like him too. And I was,
And this guy was.
Well, it's not
totally
about
one
liking him.
doing
It's
it.
not about liking
No,
him.
it
It's
is.
just like,
No, I'm
No,
fired up.
it's-
yeah.
I don't really
like,
care about any
we've
of
said
that.
this already.
No.
It just looks different when he's running a route. His ability to change direction, change speed, and how smooth he makes it look.
Yeah.
Like it's really special to watch.
It's subtle
Totally
too.
agree.
It's not something where
Yeah.
you see like Travion Henderson. He's just faster than everybody else, and he's strong. And there's some nuance to that. But you watching Stefon Diggs in practice, it would be hard, I think, to be. Maybe it's why he wasn't drafted high. Like it's just there's such a subtleness to what makes him so good, and we saw it time and time again with Josh Allen and third down and. There's the windows like that, and it's just right there, and he 2 feet in and first down, keep going. I hope those are the kind of plays, because that, to me, Fred, is what will make the biggest difference for Drake, is just having that guy that isn't easy to defend and gives defenses something to think about, even if it's not as much as it once was. It's going to help guys like Pop Douglas. It's going to help guys, hopefully, like Booty and Hollins on the outside, and hopefully open things up in the middle a little bit.
Yep. So the first practice participation report came out yesterday. Very small, thankfully, although Gonzo was on it as did not participate. So he ain't playing.
I don't think he's playing.
That's just my take, but he's not playing. Efton Chisholm popped up on it with a knee,
Yep.
and he somewhat participated, not full participation, but
Oh, I thought he was full.
oh no,
Yeah,
you're right.
full
Yes, he was
participation with
full,
the knee.
but he was with the knee.
That's the knee injury
Yeah.
that he got in Minnesota.
Yeah, he was up there with full.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think just the new guy, the cornerback that they acquired.
Somehow got a concussion.
Yeah, like 2 injuries somehow.
Although maybe, I shouldn't say somehow. No, did he come after the? Yeah, he came after the preseason games.
Yeah,
So he must have gotten it at practice.
He's an addition.
I don't know what you guys are doing out there.
I know.
Ah.
That's
So according to that sheet of paper, Patriots are in pretty good shape health-wise.
yeah, I mean, Gonzalez is a big piece.
Yeah.
But overall, you get out of training camp without one of those catastrophic, lost somebody for the season kind of injuries.
Well, and
It's
that's the thing is, I don't know if you look around the league a little bit, because all the injury reports always pop up, this time of year, and they're all really small, because anybody who got a catastrophic injury is on IR.
Yeah, right.
They're out. So
True.
they're not on the reports.
Right.
And the guys that are, obviously you're just dealing with a couple of injury. You're going to start the season relatively healthy.
Be interesting,
Like,
like,
Rashawn Slater, as an example, for the Chargers, catastrophic injury for LA.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be on their injury report. He's
Right.
out.
It would be interesting to do a study where you just went the average number of players on the injury report by week, and you could track it. What's it look like in week 1? How do those injury reports, is there like a spike at a certain point, or is it just kind of continually going up as the attrition adds up.
I didn't pretend to see all of them, but I probably saw maybe 4 or 5, and I don't think I saw more than 4 or so players for any one team listed.
Makes sense. I mean, those guys are
know, 4
by
or
November,
5.
they're like everybody's dealing with something.
But the Patriots, we end up with like 15 guys on the report by November.
Yep.
So everybody's dealing with something.
Yep.
Including us.
Yep. So that came out.
Sciatica.
Just putting all that junk out in the driveway yesterday.
You slip the disc,
Today, obviously, they'll be out there practicing in shells. Yesterday was the one day they'll be in pads. So they'll be in shells today and tomorrow. And you'll be out there for some of that.
We'll go out tomorrow for sure. And we'll see. Like I said yesterday, we talked to Vrabel afterwards. So, I mean, we'll know afternoon tomorrow, really good chance if Gonzalez probably not going to play. The way Mike Vrabel's been up front with us, I would guess that he's probably going to just tell you. So, it's a loss, and hopefully they can get him back. I mean, it seems like it's asking a lot. We haven't seen him in over a month now, and saying, he can't play this Sunday, but hopefully he can play in 10 days. That still seems maybe asking a lot, but maybe he's able to get back out there next week and get out there in Miami.
Yeah. He and Roman Holiday can, get on the phone and talk about things.
Muscle injuries.
Yeah. That stinks for the Red Sox. And for me.
Oblique.
Yeah. It's exciting. Anyway, all right, so back to football. All right, so we've got getting excited about Diggs.
Yes.
Except for Paul.
Yes. No, I'm just trying to make sure I show the proper level. I don't want to get chastised.
75.
Mike's a defense guy, so he doesn't really get as excited about offensive guys. Plus, he doesn't like Diggs.
I like tackling.
Healthy team going into week 1, as like Paul said, most teams are. Who do you think is going to be the guy on defense, Mike, since you're the defensive guy, that will be leading the way tomorrow? On Sunday. Is it Spillane?
Yeah, I think generally it's him. I would hope that maybe it's Harold Landry or Chason, just getting after Geno Smith and putting pressure on him. But as I've been telling everybody who doesn't follow the Patriots all that closely, and maybe they just turn in for week 1, I say just be ready for number 14 in the middle of the defense, because it just looks different. And certainly is like a blogger guy who spent so much time with people getting kind of frustrated with defenses in the past, I would say, just the speed of the defenses. I think that's been a theme over the last 10 years or so. There was always a desire to find that sideline to sideline middle linebacker. Just Devin Lloyd pops into my head. Even as recently as a few years ago, talking about just trying to get faster at that position. And I think you've really seen this year that this is a totally different kind of a defense. And how is Christian Ellis going to fit in too? I was going back watching a little bit of some of the games last year and just seeing him go in when Juwan Bentley went out. I think in week 2. He got thrust right into the fire, and remembering his journey of really being a special teams guy. Watched a little of the Eagles America's game last night. They talked to Zach Bond, who was kind of the poster child for making a jump from special teams to. That's an enormous jump that Zach Bond made. But I just want those two guys. I think are in the middle. Going to be most visible, making a lot of the plays, making a lot of the tackles, and hopefully impact plays behind the line of scrimmage, plays on the ball. I think if Spillane and Ellis are making those kind of plays, then it'll bode really well for the defense.
What part of Geno's game do the Patriots have to be most aware of? Is it the short game? Is it taking shots downfield? Is it?
That's a good question. My first thought is I'm so concerned about Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers that maybe you're sleeping on Dante Thornton, Amari Cooper, who's back there now as well. I know he's close to the end, but still, I think he's a guy who can still play a little bit. And Trey Turner, those guys with the speed. The ball, the downfield, and I know last year was some blown coverages here with Seattle that Geno hit on, but I just don't think you can give up big plays.
Tucker's the guy that,
big plays.
So to your point,
fast guys.
Get him downfield. Trey Tucker can get down the field, and you have a couple. I think you're rolling the dice a little bit with your safeties.
Yeah.
So I don't think the Raiders are going to come bombs away. I think I talked about this yesterday. I would be very surprised if Pete Carroll didn't want to come out and establish the run. I think that helps the Patriots, even if they're able to do it, because I think it keeps the score down and doesn't force Drake May to have to get in a shootout. And, week 1, it's got to be all on the offense right away. Well, I don't think it'll have to be. I think you can win this game sort of in the low 20s. And think that's ideal for where the Patriots are right now. You don't want to have a 34-31 win. I mean, you'll take a win no matter how you get it, obviously. And I'd probably be more excited about a 34-31 win than I would
But don't you think doing that by Pete Carroll is helping the Patriots?
I just literally just said that.
Yeah, so why? Wouldn't he test?
That's
the
what he
Patriots?
wants to do. He wants to run the ball.
I think he wants to win the game.
And he wants to do that by running the ball. That's how he plays. That's what Marshawn Lynch and the whole let Russ cook thing in Seattle, that's where it was born out of.
Yeah.
He wants to run the ball. That's how he wants to win games. He's won a lot of games
I don't know.
doing that.
I'll be
And the Patriots' biggest weakness on paper on the defense is run defense.
So
it's not like it's a dumb theory.
I'll be surprised if they don't test the Patriots early downfield.
I'd be shocked if they start going bombs away.
I mean, I don't mean like every other. I mean, but
they might throw one pass like 25 yards downfield in the whole game.
Oh,
but it'll be Trey Tucker. That's the guy that they want to get downfield.
I disagree with that.
I don't think that's the way that Geno Smith plays. I don't think he's a downfield passer. I think he's more of an underneath guy.
I mean, if you're right, thank you, Pete Carroll.
What do you? I just. Have you watched Pete Carroll coach at all?
Huh?
Like,
I haven't watched him coach this team.
Okay. So I haven't either. So you seem to know what they're going to do. I don't. I just assume he's going to do what Pete Carroll has done in his other teams.
No,
but you're
I know.
right. I haven't seen him coach the Raiders. I mean, they did draft a running back with the 6th overall pick. The guy likes to run the ball. I mean, I'm just making an assumption. I might be wrong. I've never seen him coach the Raiders.
But the attention paid on Genti opens things. I just think.
Keep a straight face.
I just think he's crazy if he doesn't stretch the Patriots and try to test them.
But why? What's the strength of the Patriots defense? Is the secondary.
I don't even know that.
It's supposed to be the secondary.
I
That's
have
what
no
everybody's
idea.
beating me over the head with all year. The linebackers are thin. The defensive line is
The
undersized.
reason why their secondary is supposed to be good is because of Gonzalez. He's not playing.
I understand they're missing Gonzalez, but there's still the strength is in the secondary.
How do you know
According
that?
to all of the experts that have talked to me.
I'd like to see it first, and if I'm Carroll, I'd like to see it.
They're very thin at linebacker, and they're very small up front.
Yeah.
So run the ball.
I don't know, man. I would test it.
I would test it
if
too.
I'm Pete Carroll.
I mean, I think there's a good chance you're gonna have a rookie safety back there, and Jalen
Right.
Hawkins, and maybe Alex Austin. You asked me what scares me the most. It's that I do think that Paul's
That's what would scare me the most
in
too.
the game plan. And
But
so
I would have different safeties playing, but they're not on the roster anymore, so I can't do
so
that.
all the more reason for Pete Carroll to test it.
That's not how he wants to play.
The stuff that you know, he knows too.
But he doesn't want to play that way. And Geno Smith certainly doesn't want to throw the ball downfield. He doesn't do that.
Okay.
He certainly didn't do it when Seattle came here last year. He threw for 300 yards. It was one big play that they blew a coverage on to Metcalf. Everything else was JSN across the middle. He had like double-digit catches in that game, right?
Yeah.
15-yard in cuts. 5-yard shallow crossers, trying to pick plays.
Now you're making me feel better about the Patriots. Not that I think the Patriots are going to win, but it's making me feel better if they're not willing to test the Patriots secondary without Christian Gonzalez. So I hope that's the case. I'm a little worried about Craig Woodson in his first start, and going against a coordinator like Chip Kelly. Maybe that changes their approach a little bit. I mean, I think Paul is right. I think both teams are going to want early in the season. They're
going to want to run the ball.
Go,
and I think it's a mistake.
Don't pull it all on your quarterback. But yeah, I
would have Fred's game plan if I were coaching, but I'm not the coach.
Yeah, I don't really feel bad about the Patriots' run defense. I just don't really know what to expect.
Exactly.
I'm not worried about it. If I had to say, what are you more worried about? I would say, well, it's hard for me to really get worked up about run defense. You can
say it.
The thing.
You can say it.
What?
Go ahead.
Because
it doesn't matter.
Right. Well, I mean, generally speaking,
it matters when
the Cowboys
they're
traded
running
the
it
best
down
defensive
your throat.
player in football because they couldn't stop the run, despite the fact that really stopping the run is not that much of an indicator of a team's success.
Kenny Clark to help them out with that. It's a great question. I mean, look, it's everything in week one where you just have all these new coaches, these new schemes, these new players. It's a mix of so much. And it's hard to really discern what the attack's going to be. All I know is what I've seen from the Patriots this year. And if I was the Raiders, I would be trying to get Genti on screens, and I would have Bowers in the crosshairs the whole time. And I'm sure that they will do that. That's why I just don't want them to sleep on Thornton and Tucker.
I think Mike is that's it. I think Mike's game plan is it. That to me is running the ball. By the way, Genti on screens and
sure.
Short throws to Bowers. That's basically an extension of the running game, but especially the screens.
Because I mean, if I'm reading what people are writing about the Patriots defense this summer, I'm expecting an aggressive defense that you're not going to be able to drop back and launch it You got to hope that over the course of the beginning of the game that the screens and the short stuff and the running at Genty gets the Patriots defense so locked up on that you got a rookie Craig Woodson who all of a sudden, here goes Trey Tucker right by you. And, that, to me, you're going to win a low-scoring game. If you can prevent that, then I think you have a chance to. But if you start giving up even just a couple big plays, I mean, you mentioned the big scoring play to DK Metcalf, that changed the game.
Let me ask this question. You're Mike Vrabel. You've got 4 days left before the game. Which side of the ball are you most paying attention to right now?
For my own
team. For my own team. Whose meetings are you attending more?
Offense. I think he trusts Terrell Williams. I mean, not to say he doesn't trust Josh McDaniels, but I just think you have to trust your defense, but you have to believe your offense can win the game. And that's where I would, no matter what happens with our defense, if we score enough points, we're going to win the game. So I'd lean offense right now.
I think he's going to lean defense. I think he's going to put his thumbprint on this game more on defense than offense and let Josh cook.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think, Paul? Alex?
I feel like it could go either way because a lot of the guys he brought in on defense are like his guys. So maybe there's that level of comfortability where he's like, okay, I don't need to spend as much time here because they understand like my system.
Yeah.
So let me go over here. But it could go either
way. You're right about his guys, but in doing so, I think he has a vision for this defense, whereas the offense is probably going to be more Josh's vision.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Fred. I think that there's more. If I'm a head coach, there's more for me to say. All right, so what are we doing on third down if they bring Crosby and Butler over here and they're going to be running stunts off this side with our two rookies that are expected to start? That's a big concern to me. How much are we going to play Diggs? Is he ready to go every snap? And we want, which would be good for the offense, I think, to have him out there always as a threat. How are we going to rotate guys in? Do we need to? Is Morgan Moses on a pitch count? Is he going to need to, take some snaps off? Or are we going to have to put in Marcus Bryant in there for a little bit? All those questions. How are we going to use Travion? We don't want to put him in a bad position. So I don't know. That's to me. I mean, maybe that's just how I'm wired because the defense. I feel like I trust Robert Spillane. I trust these veterans that I have to go after it, and it's an aggressive scheme. Go attack. Like there's not a lot to say, but there's a lot of, in my mind, variables on offense that you need to manage.
Do you think this game will be declared early?
No.
Not who's going to win or not, but the style of the game.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's a weird week one game where, there's ebbs and flows and, maybe a weird turnover and, there just might be some sloppiness that ever prevents you from really getting a beat on this is what this game is right now. I mean, maybe it will, but I just expect some weird swings.
I totally agree with the week one stuff that Belichick always talked about, but I do feel both teams are going to want to run the ball. Fred, I agree with you. I would want to throw the ball, but that's me virtually every game. I think if you want to try to score points, that's how you do it.
Dan Pastorini.
Yeah, but get a lead, and then you want to run the ball to put the game away.
Yeah.
Like, do it the other way. So many teams want to come out and take pressure off their quarterback. I think it does the opposite. I think it creates a lot of 3rd and 8s for your quarterback that exactly what you don't want to be in. Whereas, nice little play action pass for like 7 yards on first down, that's taking the pressure off your quarterback.
Yeah.
Giving him an easy throw to get ahead of the chains, and then you're making easier conversions on 3rd downs. That's how I think you take pressure off your quarterback. And I think a lot of times teams do it the other way. They try to run the ball and play defense and
conservative.
Now you're in a low-scoring slugfest, and I kind of think it's going to declare to something like that.
Yeah. Might be hard to determine, but I'm just interested to see how Drake is different with Josh in his ear and going through stuff with him. Seems like it'll be a very different game experience for Drake, not just because Josh will be in his ear, but having to make calls and a little bit more on his plate. Does it change his style at all? Again, hard to discern. I'm really not sure how you would.
Aren't you excited?
Oh, I'm totally excited.
This is like, I guess it's like that every year. But
I get jacked up for the start of every season. I absolutely do.
But there's so much unknown here. Yeah, right. I mean, it's all kind of new.
And that's how I felt going through the games this weekend across the whole league, where it's just so many teams that are evenly matched or have really. The Jets and the Steelers like flip-flop quarterbacks. There's so many weird things like that going on. It's so hard to make a prediction. What's gonna happen? I'm like, this is a chemistry experiment. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's
It's
gonna
like the
come
old
out.
the old exercise in school when you're asked to sort of make an argument for two things.
It's your time to shine
You're
there.
so good at that.
Yeah, make an argument for the Giants being a playoff
I know.
team.
I mean, Brian Burns.
I've heard
and Abdul
people
Carter
talk about
up
the
there.
Giants as being, but then at the same time they have on paper the most difficult schedule in football. So make an argument against it. Well, that's it. They don't really have it solved at quarterback yet. Even if Jackson Dart ends up being the starter, So like you could do that with so many teams.
Up and down the league. Yeah. Yep. So
It's exciting.
It
I'm
is.
excited.
It is.
I love the
You
start
just
of
want
the
to see
season.
how it
I do.
all unfolds
Yeah.
in
Like
week one.
as little as I'm interested in divisional matchups like Dallas and Philly tonight, I'll be glued at 8:00. I'll be whatever 8:20 start is it? Like I'll be ready to go.
Another great matchup.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defend the title.
Now I don't know if I'll make it to the second half.
I don't think
I
I
hear
will.
that.
The second half.
I hear that.
The grind.
All right. So
Just have like a 7 p.m. coffee.
Oh. Oh.
we're all excited. Anyone have anything special planned for tonight? Nachos?
I don't have anything. I don't have
Tostitos?
anything special planned.
Oh.
tonight.
Tostitos and
Tostitos.
salsa?
Hey,
I think I might
you
have some
should
Did I get,
Tostitos and
did I get
salsa.
you going? I gave you a little.
Yeah.
Your recipe for your
It wasn't really a
your
recipe.
nachos.
It was more of
no,
a
but
dive into
I
it.
might have you like write up a recipe card
sprinkled
for
cheese
that
on
with
them,
like ingredients.
then I microwave them.
steps. Like I need that for the newsletter. I think today.
It would have been perfect if you could have actually seen me do it. It was literally.
I know exactly what
I was
you did.
I was
grew
starving,
up
and
watching
there
my
was
brother
nothing.
do this
There was
forever.
nothing at all in the house.
Yeah.
And I was starving. I'm like, there wasn't even any real chips to eat, like just the Tostitos. So I grabbed them, and I'm like, just dump the whole thing out because I was like, I'm not gonna put a handful. I'm just gonna dump the whole thing, and I'm like, hope we didn't hurt anybody. So and then I'm like looking in the refrigerator, and there's like shredded cheese. I'm like, perfect.
There you go.
Was it even like Mexican? Like
Oh no, it
blend
was.
cheese?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it
Yeah,
was.
a mix.
It was. And then I got some salsa and like put like spoonfuls here and
That's
there.
Deuce after school and high school snack all day long.
Yeah.
Microwave nachos.
That's
100%.
Well,
exactly
I put them in
that.
the actual oven.
Yeah,
Oh,
oven's better.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Convection?
I ain't
Paul?
got time for
No,
that.
regular oven.
No, but like your oven isn't also a convection oven?
I don't think so.
No.
No, there's
You
no
do it
button
in
that says convection.
I don't think so.
Many are.
Yeah,
And I
most
need
are
two
now.
hands.
Oh, then maybe
You probably
it is.
do. You just probably don't.
Yeah.
What would be the difference?
It circulates
the
air
air.
while it's baking. So yeah.
Good, Mike.
So
Yeah, Holy Cross every once in a while.
I don't know if me and Fred are finishing each other's sentences yet.
yeah.
Okay.
Air fryer too.
I
Probably
learned-
work pretty good with the nachos.
You guys.
Well, a lot of people swear by the air fryer.
Oh, I love
So
the
the
air fryer.
air fryer to me would not have made enough nachos for my liking.
Right.
I
Yeah,
do.
he
big
had
bowl,
a
the deep bowl.
full size cookie sheet.
I had a cookie sheet going. Oh yeah.
Well,
And
listen.
then I made a couple of sandwiches and had those on the side.
Listen, eating is a tradition in the Perillo household, and football fans know that traditions matter. Turning moments together into something truly epic, they're what inspire us to make our masa and Tostitos the traditional way. Starting with whole corn kernels, no artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives, all to give you that perfect crunch. Discover your next tradition this football season. Head to the store, grab your Tostitos team bag, and scan the code for a chance to win epic experiences with the Patriots. Tostitos, tradition matters. So, yeah, I might pop
chips?
some Tostitos in the oven tonight.
I love a good nacho plate. There it is. Just I order one off the appetizer menu a lot at the restaurant. I'll just have
Sometimes I'll
some
go to a
nachos for
restaurant and
myself.
for my meal, I'll order.
Beth and I would get nachos a
Nachos.
lot. Just if we're at like
Yeah.
not a fancy place, but just real quick, you get an app and we'll pick at nachos.
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
Some
couple of
nachos are
drinks.
better than others.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You have to be able to figure out how to get the cheese layered so that it's not
That's
on
why
the top.
making it is the best. I go all out. Like
I didn't do it right then.
No.
That would
I
have
will
been
get
upsetting.
guacamole,
jalapenos
sour
from my
cream.
garden.
Ooh.
If I
Ooh,
don't, or I'll
fresh
go to the
jalapenos.
store because I think actually the pickled ones are the best in the jar for
Hell yeah.
nacho purposes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like
They
you
stick better.
exactly, and then you
Sweet.
just like layer it.
Oh yeah.
Like every ingredient.
You ever make
then
your own
cheese.
chips? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make my own chips.
I've done it with
cut up
my
the
mom.
tortillas and then fry them.
I've done it with my mom, but it's too much business.
It is
for
a lot
me
of
to
business,
do.
but it's
I got a
worth it.
small kitchen.
Very special.
This guy
Yeah, make your own
making
chips.
his own chips.
Fry your own chips. Just take a tortilla, cut it up, fry it up in some.
Maybe
I mean, I
that's
put, the,
avocado
I put the
oil.
frozen
Yeah,
French
it'll-
fries in
it'll
the
go the
air
next
fryer,
level.
and I think I've done something. This guy's making his own chips.
Hey, spend some time in California. You learn
Yeah.
about the quality way to make.
Well,
some
today's
good
a big
Mexican
day
food.
because in Hartford, Connecticut, it's the Le Creuset warehouse sale.
Oh, no
So
way. Of
I have
course.
my
Who
friend
didn't
boots
know
on the
that?
ground right now
Go get your
getting
Dutch
me
oven.
all the stuff on my wish
I'm
list.
sorry, what?
they got
Yeah,
great. They had a
that's-
great Dutch oven. Cruise,
Do you know what a Dutch oven is? Not when you fart under the blanket.
I do.
That's the only Dutch oven? No, I know what a Dutch oven is. It's
I do.
Oh, it's you can
All
cook-
that to say,
oh,
my
yeah.
friend just secured a really like heavy bottom, nice casserole dish for me in the color shallot. Breaking
Shallot is
news.
a color.
Yeah, it's like a light, beautiful purple, like the outside of a shallot would be.
Okay.
And yeah, so I was looking for an excuse to use it tonight. I didn't know what to make. I'm gonna do
I
shallot.
do shallots in my
faces.
guacamole. I do shallots in my guacamole.
Hell yeah.
I can't keep
See,
track
I'm
of all
out-
the different
I'm
kind of
out
onions.
on
though.
guac.
Yeah, no guac.
Oh,
I was
on
never
it?
a big guac person.
I love it.
No.
I
No.
love it. And sorry, I'm dragging this on, but my wife just made this new thing where it's avocado, cottage cheese, there's pickles in it, cilantro, and it's this little salad, and it was amazing.
You're so
Lovely.
California.
Amazing. Well, she's from California. What do
You are so California, though.
All right.
Nacho talk.
855-PASS-500
Let's
is
move
the
on.
hotline. Podcast at Patriots.com. Jack in Ann Arbor says if Paul were a TV show, it'd be entitled Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm very excited to see the New England Patriots debut of Stefon Diggs. He's the best receiver to wear a Patriots uniform in years. He will keep defenses honest by stretching the field and give Drake Maye a reliable weapon in red zone and third down situations. I don't know about the stretch.
I told you, Fred.
Yeah.
That's the way people are thinking. That's
Okay.
Jack in Ann Arbor. Thank you.
Okay.
People are excited. They haven't really had a top receiver in a long time.
I agree.
I'm hearing people talk, like sort of finger wagging the media for not giving the wide receiver group in general enough props. And I keep poo-pooing it by saying, what do you got after Diggs?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Like,
okay, so let's talk about that.
But that's my point, is there's a lot of excitement for Diggs.
What should we be expecting from Mac Hollins?
I think he's going to have a good year. I mean, he's been incredibly productive in the preseason. He's another one of those kind of X factors for me. And I get Paul's point. I think where I land on all this wide receiver talk is just, is there enough there for Drake to improve and to make a push and to compete? I think there is right now. I don't think that you're going to come out of the season. Well, we just don't know because
No, I agree with Mike.
I think there's enough there.
That
It still has
I
to
think
get
that
better.
excuse has been eliminated with the signing
Yeah.
of Stefon Diggs.
Yeah.
I agree with Mike.
So you set up Drake to take a step forward. I think that's the best you can do. They still need more. I'd love to see Kyle Williams get out there and see what he can develop into. But going back to your original question, I think Matt Collins will bring a presence on the outside and will be – I'm just saying it now. And Raiders, if you're listening, tune out right now. But like every first down from the 30 in, they're going to be a fade to Matt Collins. Like I feel like that's just in Josh's DNA, even going back to his last time where you just knew – like Devontae Parker back then, like, here we go. Here comes a shot to the end zone. That's what they're going to do. Matt Collins, he'll probably have 5-6 touchdowns, I would bet.
And he's got that size.
Yeah.
He's a different kind of receiver, but I think he takes the Bourne role. Like that sort of secondary guy that can be productive, different kind of player.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Bourne is quicker, smaller,
Yeah.
and Hollins, I think, is a little bit more straight line speed with the size.
Yeah.
So totally
Yeah.
different kind of players, but veteran complementary piece.
Yeah. I mean, I just like that he'll bring a presence on the outside. I think it's something they need.
Will Kyle Williams play in this game?
Yeah, I
think so.
I mean, I know I said I didn't expect a lot of people to play. I mean, I meant that in like crunch time, but I think a lot of people will play. The Keon Whites of the world, the Anthony Jennings of the world. I'm most curious about Duggar. Just how much? What does that look like? Does he have a role on defense, or does he just get like some rotational snaps to get Hawkins or Woodson some time out?
All right. 855-PASS-500. Let's go to the phones. We'll start with Sean in Vancouver. What's up, Sean?
Hey, guys. I'm looking forward to being at the game.
I guess so. You've been on hold since yesterday.
That's great. I'm excited about Diggs, and it's looking better than I first anticipated, because when he first signed, I thought, okay, he'll probably be on the PUP to start the season, and now he should be ready for game one, and that's really great. One thing, and I don't know if I'm going to be right, but one thing I kind of have a feeling about is Diggs will lead in yards, but I think Pop will lead in receptions. Does that sound crazy to you? I'll let you go because I know you got to hurry. So enjoy it.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, but I think that if Diggs leads in yards, he will also be leading in receptions because I don't think his catches are going to be, the long form like the old Diggs. I think they'll be more the crossers and shallow stuff. And so in order to get, the yards, he's going to need a lot of receptions. I think.
I generally agree with that. I'd see it more as Edelman and Amendola, and can Pop Douglas chip in key spots as a second kind of slot guy? I think that's a good role for him.
Now, when you look at Edelman and Amendola's probably yards per catch was more than Edelman's, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was similar, but
but I'd just say the volume overall of Edelman's definitely the engine, got to have a moment, but you have a secondary reliable guy in Pop Douglas that can probably get open pretty quick and give you that quick ball, get it out, quick game stuff that I think will mostly go to Diggs.
Yeah, I agree. I think Diggs will lead in both receptions and yards, provided that he stays healthy.
Sure.
Obviously a big if, but I would be surprised if he's not the leading target guy, which is going to lead to more catches, more yards.
Let's see. Brian's in Lowell. What's up, Brian? Brian. What's going on in Lowell? Phones are down in Lowell. All right.
It's your guy, Brian.
You maybe try to call back.
My guy, Brian?
Eldred's on the phone. What's up, Eldred?
Hey, Alex, Fred, Mike, how y'all doing?
Good. Hey, Eldred. Paul.
Hey, Paul, you're a little wrong, bro.
Uh-oh.
He likes throwing it, too. Yeah, you're a little wrong with Carroll. Yeah, he likes running it, but that ain't the only way he likes winning. But,
okay, we'll see.
I'm more questioning about the secondary without Gunzo. And I think Evan said yesterday that Dante had a good camp with them. That's the other receiver I wanted, but everybody passed on him. So I'm just worried about that speed because he got running by the secondary. Dante Thornton for the Raiders. That's what I'm worried.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
all right.
So I'll let you go at that.
All right. Thanks, Eldred.
Thanks.
All right. He didn't give us a prediction. I should have asked. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to Christian in L.A.
Yeah. Hey, you guys.
Hey.
I'm not so certain why you guys are so excited, like it's so the sunshine and rainbows. I'm actually worried. We are going into week number 1 with an offensive line that is unproven and untested, with a guy on the left who's got kind of short arms. That's one against Max Crosby. Max Crosby's going to line up against and go at him all day. We have a quarterback who, forgive me for saying, Patriot land, is unproven and unknown. Yes, it's easy for a guy who has some decent skills and no one has tape on to get in for 4 or 5 games at the end of the season and do decently. We have not seen him do decently in our preseason and practice. I haven't heard anything super positive about Drake May besides, oh, yeah, he's really comfortable and he looks like we have a wide receiver number 1 who could possibly be washed up. A wide receiver number 2.
I don't know why you're going to watch.
Christian, can I just ask you something? Sir, stop. Can you would you feel better if you were hearing stuff that was positive, or would you wait until you saw it yourself?
I would feel better hearing something like,
See, I completely disregard people when they tell me stuff, like if I haven't seen it. Like, I'm going to watch a game, I'm sorry, I just don't necessarily believe, like, if I were to believe what I'm hearing from ESPN about Cleveland all year, I would think Shedeur Sanders is on the verge of a Pro Bowl season. But yet he's listed at like 4th on their depth chart by the people that are actually doing the stuff for Cleveland. So it doesn't make me feel better if I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan that ESPN is saying all these wonderful things about Shedeur Sanders when Cleveland doesn't think he's better than any of the guys on their roster. Dylan Gabriel is ahead of him on the depth chart. And I don't think that much of Dylan Gabriel. So I don't know why, like, someone saying something would affect your...
Christian,
I think you're being disingenuous, because I think if we were saying all these nice things, you'd be saying that we're just doing sunshine and rainbows and trying to put lipstick on a pig.
No, but I think, Christian, I understand that a lot of this is unknown, but that's kind of what makes me excited. It's like, I don't know.
It's part of the intrigue.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys aren't worried that our number 1 cornerback is not going to be there.
Of course
we are. We're worried.
Okay, so why all the false bravado that you guys?
Oh, false bravado.
Where's the false bravado coming
It's
from?
not like we're sitting up here and go, Patriots by 50.
Right, that would be false
Right.
bravado.
Come on,
Everybody's
Christian.
talking
All
about
right.
this game could
You're
go either
done.
way.
You're done.
That's
He's just-
ridiculous.
you're
I'm walking
done.
out right now.
All
right.
right, Mike, I don't blame you.
Mike has to go
I don't blame you at all.
to the locker room.
Holy cross.
All right.
No, in all seriousness, this game is a toss-up game. We've been talking all week that it was like 2.5 point spread. I think right now I'll let a little cat out of the bag for you. This will make you feel better. It's up to 3.
Okay.
The line moved from 2.5 to 3. That means people are betting the Patriots.
Right.
And wanted to just stop you before you did something to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Where's the money
The
coming?
money's coming in.
So this game could go either way. I think ESPN's FPI thing that does the game says the Patriots have a 52% chance of winning.
I like it.
So like
I'll take it.
That's a coin flip. So no, there's no false bravado.
No.
That's just trolling.
I know,
It is-
he's
Like
trolling.
no
That-
one is sitting here saying Patriots 48-11.
That-
That's false bravado.
That's why I let him go.
This could go. This game could go either way.
It was the call
And
was.
some of us on this show are not even picking the Patriots to win.
Is that right? Well, we'll
Call
find
me
out around 1:30 who that might
Dun,
be.
dun, dun.
All right, I'm going to take a break. Christian's phone call made me hungry. When we come back,
me
more
annoyed.
calls and emails and whatever else we do. All right, right after this. Whether you're in the game or betting on the game, you'll need a game plan. DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the New England Patriots, provides you with everything you need to build your personal betting game plan so you can get in on all the action while practicing safe bets. Visit DraftKings.com/responsible-gaming to learn more about all the safe betting tools DraftKings has to offer. Hope is here, 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Physically present in Massachusetts. See DraftKings.com/responsible-gaming for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources.
Isn't it time to get exactly what you want? Welcome to Red Hot Deal Days from Verizon, where you get your pick of our best deals. Like My Plan, where you can pick the perks you want and save on every one. For limited time, bring your own phones to a Verizon store and you can get My Plan for our best price ever. Get exactly what you want in your phone plan and only pay for what you need. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today and get My Plan. These deals won't last. It's your Verizon.
With FedEx One Rate, you can ship to your student for a simple, predictable flat rate. Send a box full of home-baked treats that say, "Your father and I miss you." Or send a box full of instant noodles that says, "Your father and I would like you to stop asking us for money." Either way, one rate fits all. FedEx One Rate. 2-day shipping, one flat rate. Starting at $14.50. Visit FedEx.com/OneRate for details. Exclusions apply.
If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Wait, y'all waited all this time out there? Good job, man.
How are you doing?
Good, how are y'all?
Good.
Good.
Your thoughts on the Raiders defense from what you've studied and the challenges that they present?
Yeah, I think, first off, with what Coach Carroll's done in this league, they've had some great defenses, and obviously his scheme, and obviously the one, Crosby, jumps out on tape, and they got some veteran linebackers, some guys that play hard and, come up and hit you, and I think they're good at what they do. I think you're going to know they're going to bring it every play, and I think for us, we just got to stay ahead of the chains and try to do our best to get off to a good start, and then like I said, just follow our keys and know 98. He's a great player in this league. Plays hard. Plays a lot of effort, and they got a veteran. A couple veteran safeties, so who's made some plays and good ball skills. So we gotta. You got to be on our game. It's good to be out there in week one, starting at home. So I'm excited and looking forward to it.
Drake, when it comes to Crosby, a lot of people look at the offensive line and how they handle him, but how can the rest of the offense maybe neutralize what he's able to do on the field?
Yeah, no doubt. I think it starts with me. Getting the ball out on time. Not holding it. Knowing don't bypass the first guy open. I see open, trying to hunt a deeper one. Help different. The running backs can help. In the protection. I think little things like that, and I think scheme. I think me just getting us in the right plays and knowing when he's one-on-one and knowing when we have help to him. And I think from there, just like I said, follow our keys and know if it's the emphasis for us this week. Then just follow that and stay true to it.
Great. Are you comfortable enough in the new offense to be able to make those kind of quick reads and get rid of the ball quickly? Are you that comfortable with, the offense and being able to read a defense and what's going to fit?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I think that's part of what we watch film for. That's part of what we come out here and practice for is knowing checkdowns and knowing, hey, my first look, if they're giving it to me, take it. And I think that's part of playing quarterback in this league, find completions. And I feel confident in myself. I feel like at times last year when I got the ball out on time and got the ball to the right guy, we moved the ball well. So I think just trying to start off this season with that mindset and like I said, stay ahead of the chains and do my part and finding completions and not holding the ball.
What's it been like getting to know Stefon this offseason, and how excited are you just to start in the game?
Yeah, it's been awesome to bond with such a high-level player. I think it's you continue to show it as the game week and game day comes closer and closer to kind of how much he's elevating his game and elevating his practice style. So I'm looking forward to going out there with him on Sunday, and I think you'll see good energy from Steph, and I'm looking forward to get him the rock and let him do his thing.
Similar to that, you have another veteran player in the room, Matt Collins. What kind of energy does he bring to the offense and just the room as a whole?
Yeah, it's constant. I think it's the best thing you see about Mac. He brings it every day. There's no off days, and he's working extra. He's drawing up plays and asking me to come to extra walkthroughs and doing things that show up on Sundays and show up in practice. So I think from that, what else would you expect from a Tar Heel? So. He's just brought a great energy to the room. Veteran, does all the right things. Blocks in the run game, and I think he's going to be rewarded with being in there and making plays.
Right. Josh has coached against every defense, certainly Carroll's defense, a number of times. How confident do you feel having him in your corners to review? These are the things I've seen. These are the things I want to look for. Have you gone back and looked at Super Bowl 49?
Yeah. Going back watching Super Bowl. Going back watching the COVID game with Cam when nobody's in the stands. Yeah, I think it's great having Coach McDaniels who's played against this defense and knows some extra little tidbits for me to know whether it's in the huddle or before on this play. I think it's great to have a play caller in the corner who's played against this scheme in the Super Bowl, and I studied a lot. And I think that's with a lot of coordinators in this league. He's played against them and seen them, and I think it's great to have that in the room and seeing what he's kind of get on the same page with him as what he's seeing and try to catch up, as much as I can to his level. I'm not going to get there, but try to, just of his understanding of, hey, I think they're going to do this, or hey, this is what I think they're going to be in. And then from there, watching old games, watching Cam Newton, watching Tom in the Super Bowl is pretty cool.
What have you learned from your co-captain, Hunter Henry, about just being a leader for this team and a professional in your second year?
Yeah, I think Hunter just a positive energy he brings to the huddle. I think, with me balancing that with kind of being stern in the huddle and knowing that, hey, I got to get these guys going. I think just bringing, the positive energy. And I think Hunter, the thing about Hunter, he's one of my best friends on the team. He just shows up every day. He loves football. I think that's kind of what I'm learning from Hunter. He doesn't do it for anything else, for the love of the game. Whether he's running a clear out route or catching a seam ball or blocking the run game, he does it out of the sheer joy of wanting to win. I think we both share that same mindset of wanting to win.
What was it like finding out that you've been captain? Your teammates have voted on for you to kind of lead this.
Yeah, I think it's a great honor. I think I think it means something. Playing with the C on your chest, and I think. I learned that from Jacoby last year and some of those guys, David Andrews in the past, and I think it's something that you don't take lightly, and it's a great honor from your teammates and a team vote, and I think it's something that often I feel like the starting quarterback can kind of, I won't say necessarily gifted it, but I think it's kind of one of those things where I think you go out there and earn it and prove to them I'm captain, and that's kind of my mindset of proving to them of being a leader on this team, and I think not taking it as a gift.
Concerned about your Tar Heels?
Concerned about the Tar Heels? I wouldn't say yet. I think it was tough watching that Monday night. They that first drive looked good, but I think I'm counting on those guys and coaches, and I'll be tuned in all season. So.
Drake, in the past in this offense, not just McDaniels, but Bill O'Brien, the relationship between the quarterback and the play caller and the offensive coordinator, there was a lot of give and take as far as input on what you guys wanted to do in that game plan. Are you at that point yet, or is it more of a one-way street with you and John?
Yeah, I think that's something you build throughout the season. I think it's something that I think he values my opinion, especially on the plays. And I think he values my opinion on, hey, out of this formation or out of this look, I like this stuff. And I think it's something that kind of throughout the season, I think you can kind of say, hey, I think, what about this play? I remember we ran it back in this week. I think it's something that you can kind of build and, build trust. I think the trust is there. I think it's just, for me, of just continue growing and seeing, hey, let's do this against, this defense and continue to find out, what things I like. And I think, for right now, just trust him, whatever he's got in, and let him know what I like and give an input here and there. Hey, I like this, I like that. So.
You talked about Diggs and Mac Hollins. Have you seen growth from Pop Douglas and Dirty?
And now, great moments in history.
Most wine drinkers see no value in playing with the cork, but it's a nice tradition and makes a good souvenir.
I've seen it done.
Oh, I've seen it done all the time because people don't really know what they're doing with wine.
Uh-oh.
You guys. Your idiocy knows no bounds.
So you just keep the cork to
So
have
you
as
know
a keepsake.
more than Wine Spectator. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that at good restaurants,
they give you the cork.
Sommeliers
have
told me you smell the cork for an immediate test as to whether the wine has gone bad or not.
I don't know if
I don't
sommelier
know.
has ever said that to you. Or if they
You
did,
don't know.
they
Okay,
walked
so-
away and laughed at you.
You know what I just told that guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The wine dude.
Okay. You all know better than me.
You know what? Cabernet Sauvignon, I can tell the difference of a good one and a bad one. That's about as far as I go.
What's your test? What's your barometer for whether it's good or not?
Just how it feels in my mouth.
That's another great moment from
All right, welcome back to Patriots Unfiltered. 855-PATS-500 is the hotline. Podcast at patriots.com is the email address. We're
Good
talking
sommelier talk. I like that.
Yeah, good stuff. We're talking Raiders coming up on Sunday. Some of us are excited. Some of us have tempered their excitement, but that's okay. That's all right. What?
Who's tempering their excitement just out of
No,
curiosity?
just people can decide for themselves from the
I
discussion.
just want to know if that was a shot because
No.
I'm jacked for the start of the season.
Okay.
So
Mike is off to the locker room. He'll be back. Evan is out doing his thing. We're going to be doing picks at 1:30. So that's great. Just so people know, and let me see if I can find his email. Trying to find Boston Cream's. Well, you know what? I don't need to go to his email. Boston Cream's on the line. So let's go right to him. What's up, Boston Cream?
Hey, guys, I'm going to have to fine Christian in L.A. $1 million in a first-round draft pick for trying to deflate us before the season started.
We should call him Deflategate.
Yeah, exactly. In terms for the fan pick'em, we have about 90 spots left. It's capped at 500, so only the first 500 fine folks can join. Our link to join is going to be tinyurl.com/Patriots Unfiltered. tinyurl.com/Patriots Unfiltered. There's a lot of very excited Patriots Unfiltered fans who are also now in a giant group chat, which is a unique bonus that was unforeseen. So if you're looking to join, you have to do such quick.
Okay, so there's only 90 slots out of 500 left. Wow, that's pretty good. We just announced that yesterday. tinyurl.com/Patriots Unfiltered.
That is it.
So how that'll work, people will do their picks on that app, and then next week we'll go to the app and say, okay, so-and-so did really well. They had a better record than us, or they're right in the mix or whatever. So that's...
Well, there's going to be 500 people. I'm going to guess there's going to be a lot of people that have better records than us.
So I'm hoping that when you sign up in a way that we recognize who you are, if you're a frequent emailer or caller,
That's a good point, Fred. People should change if they listen and call into the show, maybe their name and where they're from. i.e. Christian in LA. That way, maybe it's a little more recognizable when you guys take a look. I will say a lot of people have done that.
Okay. Great. All right.
Now, Boston Cream, should I put the link you sent me and just said in the newsletter, or do you think it'll be too late by that point tomorrow?
I think it's going to be too late. I think if there's any interest to do a post week 1 league and people want to feel included, but they don't want to be in the main one, we can do that. But I would anticipate the league is going to be filled within the next probably 2 hours.
Probably in 2 minutes after we've just announced the URL. Yeah.
I can't believe that many people already signed up.
Thanks for letting me share, guys, and best of luck to everyone in the league, and go Patriots.
Okay. There's T-shirts on at stake here.
Yeah, should we do like a weekly T-shirt
I
for
think
the top
so.
performers?
Yeah, why not?
And then
Matt
at the
Morrell
end of
has
the
nothing
season,
else to do.
I feel like we do something big for the winner.
The overall season winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 T-shirts.
A polo.
One that fits.
Or like a custom T-shirt, like Patriots Unfiltered
And
picks
Alex
fan
knows,
champion or
Alex
something
knows
like
about
that.
customizing.
Yeah.
Or they come in and like get to watch the show or something. in
Something like
person.
that.
I
Yeah,
don't
an
know.
experience.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Experiences are big now.
Yeah.
You know, credit cards, you get points and you earn experiences at
Mhm.
sporting events.
Airport
So,
lounges.
Yeah. You know about that?
I do know about it, but I
Okay.
like to be behind the velvet ropes like Andy, remember?
Okay. Yeah. Well, the experience would be meeting you behind the velvet rope.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm looking to avoid.
Yeah, well. All right. Mike in Long
Man of the
Island.
people.
What's up, Mike?
Hey guys, Christian sucks. Great show.
There you go. That's all right. Good. Yep.
So, I know you got to hurry, so I'll hang up and.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Wow,
Yep.
the comedic stylings
I love
of
it.
Mike in Long
love it.
Island. That was very well done.
Will in Cranston writes in at podcast@patriots.com. I have no idea how, as a Patriots fan, how people are not super excited. There are so many reasons this game should be awesome. Campbell versus Max, Davis versus Bowers, Pop and Diggs versus a questionable secondary, a new regime under Vrabel, a playmaker group of running backs, and a perennially underrated tight end in Hunter Henry, in a growing quarterback and rookie room who wants to prove it. I'm pumped. Let's go Patriots. Let's take the East. I love it.
Is that the proper amount of excitement?
Yes.
guys?
Absolutely.
This is good. You guys are coming through. Jack in Ann Arbor, that emailer.
Standard.
In Cranston, I forget the first name. What was his name?
Will in Cranston.
Will, that's good. Good job. You met Fred's stamp of approval. Good job.
Yep. Joseph is the biggest Patriots fan in Hillsboro, Oregon, self-proclaimed. He says, from each of the panel, what is the one realistic thing that we could see on Sunday that would give you the most optimism for how the rest of the season will go, outside of Drake Maye looking like a franchise quarterback? For me, it would be Campbell and Wilson starting on the left side and holding up well in pass protection. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough without the answer. He's right, like by taking away the obvious.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing that would lead me to believe they could have a better season would be Drake Maye looking the part. Other than that, how about Trevion Henderson is as electric as we all think he's going to be, that we've seen in the preseason. All of a sudden he gets the 10 to 15 touches that we're talking about, and he makes some plays, big plays.
I mean, mine would be Diggs, 10, 12 catches for whatever, or more.
I feel like mine is the listener or the emailer's example of the O-line. I think if that's secure, everything else kind of can build off that.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that a lot of people will be jumping to conclusions on both sides, good or bad, after this game, which, people should probably caution, because I remember this time last year after the Cincinnati game.
It's not really showing the proper amount of enthusiasm, Fred.
No, but more so I'm saying that in case things aren't good, right?
That's good. That was a good footnote.
Yeah.
No, but you're right.
Yeah.
I keep talking about that with regard to the draft class. This draft class, everybody is gaga over because all these guys are going to be playing right away. And I just would caution that all the guys that played right away last year, you told me how wonderful that
Right.
was as a sign. And
Yep.
by the end of the year, you looked at it a lot differently.
Yep.
That opener last year against Cincinnati was certainly, unexpected.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. They played.
If you drew any conclusion, they're going to be able to run the ball like that against anyone. That would have been your takeaway from that game. That physicality travels.
Right.
That plays. No, doesn't.
Right. So, like I said, a lot of conclusions will be made after this game that will probably be wrong on both sides.
Was that the game where we had a full Baldy's breakdown about, was it Layden Robinson? Or was that a different game?
I don't know about Baldy's breakdown, but there were a lot of people that were like, you can win like that. You can just line up and be physical.
I think Baldy did do a breakdown. I don't know if it was about Layden Robinson, but I remember him doing something.
I remember doing my hit.
Because I reposted it because I was like, yeah.
I remember doing my hit with Mike and Tony the next week, and the whole thing, they were skeptical that they could continue to play like that.
And win.
Week in and week out.
Yeah.
No. They were skeptical they could play the way they played that way, keep that level of play. And I said, if they play like that every week, they're going to lose more games than they win. That isn't sustainable to win. You can't just run the ball and not make any plays in the passing game and hope the other team fumbles going into the end zone and expect to win every week.
Yeah.
You're not going to win 16-10 every week because the other team poops itself.
Yeah.
That was the unsustainable
I think
part.
the exact words were, it's a tough way to live.
It's a tough way to live.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
James, the most interesting Patriots fan in the world, says, I remember the days of the double bye. We'd mock a fan base for being overly excited coming off 2 4-win seasons. Remember what we said about the Eagles' dream team all those years ago? I understand why you do it, Fred, but that behavior is for NFL peasantry. We're Patriots fans. We are swans in the water. We know success. Oh, come on.
I'm with you, Fred.
Come on.
That's your problem.
We're starting.
That's your problem.
We're starting anew here.
Correct.
James. This is not. We can't use the bar of Tom Brady anymore.
We can't be looking down at other teams' fan bases for being enthusiastic and excited about the start of a new season.
Right.
You're not them anymore.
Yep.
This whole peasantry thing.
Yeah.
Did the last 5 years not happen?
Right.
Or how many years will it be before someone says, okay, all right, we're just like everybody else?
I got news for you, James. Over the last 2 years, we were peasants.
And we're just like everybody else.
Yeah.
You're going to go into a new season hoping that you've improved, hoping that Drake May's the guy. That, to me, is
what fandom's
all about.
We may have royalty going through our veins, but we need to get back up there. We haven't earned it yet.
You and Alex were talking about sort of the excitement of the new season. Isn't that what being a fan is all about? Every year offers new hope.
Yep.
It doesn't matter that you went 4-13 last year. We got to be excited about this is going to be different. Mike Vrabel's here now.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels is taking care of Drake May, and they're going to be better. I don't know why you wouldn't look at it like that as a fan, and why you would think that that's embarrassing. That makes you a peasant. I don't get that. He called the peasantry of the teams that think like that.
He's very highbrow.
No, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like the way that
you've met James, right?
I haven't met him in person.
okay.
We've had correspondence.
The Browns, right? The Browns right now, they're probably not expected to do anything. You don't think, diehard Cleveland fans are like, well, if Flacco gets off to a good start, they might be able to win some games. The defense has some talent with Myles Garrett.
Right.
Why wouldn't you think like that as a fan?
Sure.
Because we're miserable up here.
Some of us are.
I'm not, personally.
Yeah. I'm not either.
You are not, Alex. You are not
try
miserable.
to be very optimistic at all times.
I try to be realistic, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being optimistic. I just feel like that's part of being a fan. That's why it's fanatic.
Yeah, and take advantage of these moments because sometimes you learn right there, week one, oh crap, this is going to be a long season.
And sometimes you're right.
It's a fleeting moment of hope and just enjoy it.
Listen, I always go back to 2003. High hopes. You came off not making the playoffs in 2002, but you're a year away from being a Super Bowl champ. And then Malloy, and you lose 31-0, and it was like, oh, crap.
Mm-hmm.
But things turned around, Bradley writes in, I've heard you mention not wanting to have Henderson go between the tackles as much due to his potential wear and tear. Would you worry about his eagerness to pick up blitzes contributing to wear and tear? if left to pass protect. Well, that's his strength.
Because you're delivering a hit as opposed to getting hit. There's a difference.
You're the hammer, not the nail.
Correct.
Yeah.
Plus, one of them is a necessity. The other one is not a necessity. You don't have to subject yourself to more hits than you want to. As a blitz protector, that's part of the job that you have to do.
Yep.
Otherwise, the quarterback's going to take that hit.
Yep. And we were told, that's what's kept rookie running backs on the bench is because they weren't quick to pick that up. This guy, from everything we've seen, comes into the league.
Yeah. And there is a difference. I know, like, me and Fred are doing the Andy Hart, iron sharpens iron, hammering the nail. But there is a difference between hitting someone and getting hit.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of the physicality.
Yeah. Darius says, I want to start off and say that you're all the best. Thank you. And I also want to give a big thank you to Boston Cream for setting up the app so we could all play along. That was awesome of him. Secondly, I wanted to say how proud I am of Diggs for standing up for himself. I understand that you guys are media also, but sometimes the media needs to get checked. Lastly, my score prediction, Patriots 38, Vegas 24. Ooh. Wow.
What is the media checked part?
Well, you heard Diggs yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't the media checked part. But
well,
okay.
he kind of checked Phil and Tom. What do you mean? He called them out by name.
Yeah, I think it was about something else. But that's okay.
He said Phil and Tom, but it was about Bob and Steve.
Yeah. No. Phil. My point is, Phil and Tom didn't do anything wrong. They were making their thing off of something Diggs said.
No.
And yeah,
it was about Phil saying he was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, based off. It actually said posterior. But
posterior.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was based off of something Diggs had said that he didn't necessarily mean literally.
Right, but
so it was something Diggs said.
No, he didn't say I'm a pain in the posterior.
No. It's a different thing. We don't have to get into it.
Okay, all right, but I think he was checking them.
I don't think he was.
Okay.
I just feel like everyone involved made it a way bigger deal than it needed to be.
It was a complete and total nothing burger. You know how I know when it's a nothing burger? When two guys that make something out of everything, Mike and Tony, said, this is a complete nothing burger. I don't know what we're even talking about.
There you go.
Well, it was the most unnecessary thing I've ever seen in my life.
That I agree with. I think it was odd. I thought it was odd. I didn't think he needed to do that. I didn't think he needed to do that.
It was completely bizarre.
Yeah. But he was checking.
Kind of made more out of it than had already existed.
Well, I think
it was completely unnecessary.
I wonder if Vrabel didn't. I don't know if he got like impatient with Phil's question that day when Phil was kind of trying to get clarification on Diggs talking to Rossini when Diggs was. It seemed like he was just joking around with Rossini, and then he goes to Vrabel. I feel like Vrabel was like, "Why are you wasting my time with this? Come on!" And then maybe people felt some type of way after that encounter, and then it lands on Diggs being a jerk somehow, and I don't understand.
Oh, I don't think it landed on Diggs being a jerk, but I think you've nailed the whole situation. I think it was an unnecessary, like, why are you fooling around on this interview? Now they're asking me these questions. Now I have to answer this. Phil, what's wrong with you? You should know better. He was joking around. Like, it just turned into something in Minnesota that didn't need to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, 3 weeks later, Diggs decided to, I don't know, do whatever that was yesterday.
Well,
I have no
because
idea
Twitter
what that
ran
was.
with it, unfortunately.
But when was the last time you saw anything about it? Since they got back from Minnesota?
I feel like
I haven't
Phil
seen
and
anything
Tom
about
have
it.
been being trolled that they're like whiny or something, or Vrabel shoved them in a locker, or this, that. I don't know. I feel like it's more Twitter narratives.
That could be. Yeah,
Like
I
I
just
said-
didn't really understand it. That was a waste of time.
Yeah, that's
yesterday,
how I feel.
To be honest
It's
with you.
just
And
a
you
lot
know,
of
it's funny.
drama over nothing.
I was with Mike and Tony when that happened. I was doing my sunshine, and I said, to be honest with you, like Diggs is saying, I didn't mean to come off as an a-hole or whatever, and I was like, to the contrary, we haven't talked to him a lot. That part was true. He hasn't spoken to the media a lot, but when he has, he's been excellent.
Yeah.
Like Alex, gave you some insight as to what he's been like sort of behind the scenes and
even
away
after-
from microphones. We haven't talked to him a lot, but when he has talked to us, he's been really good.
Even after the boat incident, and he was interviewed in the field house. I believe they had practice
Yep.
indoor that day. He was fine.
He was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had any inkling whatsoever of what he was talking about yesterday.
Yeah,
That's
so
why I
I'm
didn't
excited
get it.
about him. I don't know why you're not.
I'm just excited. I'm just
You like
excited, Fred. Just excited. I just want to be excited. I want to be like Mike Dussault and just be excited all the time. It's great. We don't have to go 12-4 anymore. It's just exciting.
Defense is back in New England.
Just happy to be here.
Yeah, I didn't get the whole thing yesterday, to be honest with you. But I agree with Alex. It was a total nothing.
Spee and Fresno absolutely love the new Jill song and all of her musical contributions, but just want to give a nostalgic shout out to Mr. Liff. On Tuesday, PFW shows after a win, I always used to get totally jacked up when the record scratch at the beginning kicked in. That was a good opening song, Mr. Liff. Anyway, here's a little quick game of free association. I'll give you a very brief cue, a single word or phrase, and you blurt out the first NFL coach that comes to mind. Current or former coaches are eligible. I've listed answers that popped into my mind, which Fred can reveal after you guess. This should go fast because I know you got to hurry. Okay, so free association. I'm going to say a word. You tell me the first coach, current or in the past, that comes to mind. Ready? Tripping.
Tomlin.
Belichick.
Correct.
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin tried to trip somebody on the sideline once. Clapping.
Get Jason Garrett.
Yes. Could be McDermott, too. Scowling. Scowling.
Bill.
Definitely
right.
Bill.
Wilford Brimley.
Andy Reid.
Yep. Fedora.
Bruce Arians? No.
Could be two people.
Where's a fedora? Like Tom Landry?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Past.
Oh.
Okay, I was thinking
President or
current, but I
past?
remembered.
Yeah, president
I
or
remembered the qualifiers.
And it could,
okay.
and it could all.
Come on.
All right. Okay.
I got this. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Visor.
McDaniels.
That's a good one, but I think he only wants head coaches.
Gruden.
He was a head coach at one point.
John Gruden.
Yeah. So that's a good one. Yeah. It doesn't have. His things aren't the correct answer. It's just his
whatever.
answer.
Yeah,
So it's
so-
whatever.
so
comes to
McDaniels
mind.
works.
So there's no right or wrong.
And
I guess.
McDaniels works because he was a past head coach.
Absolutely. Sunglasses.
I kind of
Ditka?
think
Ditka's a good one. Absolutely. He used to wear
the
sunglasses.
Aviators.
Who else with sunglasses? What did he have?
Tony Sperano.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. He had the eye thing.
Yeah.
Good. He had some kind of eye condition. He needed to wear sunglasses.
like even at night he'd wear them. Thick rim glasses. This one I have no idea.
Is that Mike McDaniel?
No.
That's what I would
doesn't
think
coach
of,
anymore.
like the
Older
thick
guy.
hipster glasses.
Yeah.
Oh. Thick rimmed glasses.
So I'll
Is this
give you
like
another one.
Is this
for
like
the same,
Sid Gilman or something like
I'll
that?
give you another one. Same person that he was thinking of, and then punching.
Oh, Woody Hayes.
No.
Woody Hayes had thick rimmed glasses
I know,
and punched somebody.
but NFL.
He actually did both of those
Buddy
things.
Ryan.
Buddy Ryan had. Oh, I suppose
Remember he
had,
punched his offensive coordinator?
I suppose he did have thick rimmed glasses.
yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Gilbride. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the defensive coordinator at the time.
This is easy. Feet.
Rex Ryan.
Rex
You got
Ryan.
right. Good. Pencil. Pencil.
I think of Patricia, but
Yes. Yes. You got it.
Okay.
That's a good one. Not again, it's not right or wrong, but
Yeah.
that's who he thought of as well. Where are you going? Okay. So we'll finish the game.
Okay.
Gum.
Gum.
Yeah.
I know I've thought about someone watching an NFL game just chomping the hell out of a piece of gum, and I can't picture.
Well,
in my
there's
head
one
who it
that
is.
we're gonna see.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah. He's
Okay,
always
yeah.
chewing gum.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Mustache.
Ditka, I think.
Yes, Ditka. Yep. And
Mustache and a sweater vest.
he had Ditka as well as Bill Cowher. Tight pants.
Any of Evans' guys.
I know. He's got McDaniel, but it could Sean McVay is
Any
the
of
first guy
Evans'
that I
friends.
think of.
Yeah.
I think of Sean McVay. He was the original tight pants guy, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And then red face.
Red face. There could be a couple
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah, he's got Tom Coughlin, which is a
Okay.
good one. I would have had McDermott, and he said Fred will say McDermott, red ass. And,
Oh yeah, that's what you guys call him.
Yeah.
Fred calls him.
Yep. So that's a good game.
You're like, take me out of this.
Thanks, Spee. Someone has returned.
Look who's back from the locker room. What was the mood? Were the players friendly? Too bad none of them look like Derrick Henry. Hey Mike, what was it like in the locker room? Hey Mike, what was it like in the locker room?
Hey, Mike, what was it like?
It's pretty exciting, I would say. I think,
exciting?
Yeah, I think the guys are anticipation is building for the home opener this weekend for sure. Talked to a couple. Travion Henderson is his first chance, of course, getting out there. So he seemed kind of like steady Eddie. He didn't really seem like, oh, I'm so he's kind of a quiet guy though. Anyway, but Morgan Moses, good advice for the young guys and what to expect. And I think the message from the veterans is just go out there and play football. Don't overthink it. You guys are all brought in here for a reason. So just go out there and let it rip. So. Pop Douglas, same thing, just talking a little bit about his opening game experiences and everybody hoping that the fans are going to bring the energy and that they have a little bit of a home field advantage. So I think it's in a game like this, which a lot of the Patriots games are this year, feels kind of like a coin flip. You hope that, the energy is really good here and that home field advantage comes back. Hasn't really been a home field advantage.
Yeah, and
recently.
I hope, fans, if you're listening, those of you who are going to be in attendance, bring the noise. Bring it. Let's go. Let's get Gillette Stadium back to being a home field advantage.
Yeah,
because I don't think it has been for a long time.
No, and I think they go hand in hand.
Sure.
Good team and
you gotta have the right. I get that. I get it.
And,
I'm not blaming the fans.
Yeah.
I'm just like, let's start off on the right foot this week.
Yeah, then we can start to build some momentum and start to build some buzz. And hey, there's something going on here in this. Win or lose, I think this team's going to play really hard and be a fun product to watch. And I just hope offensively that they're able to move the ball, put some points up, and make all these games interesting.
So getting back to the locker room, a lot of media.
A lot of media.
Any national people.
Fewer.
No national people, but I would say there was more than yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit quieter, which is strange. But of course, we had Josh McDaniels went earlier, Jeremy Springer went earlier, Terrell Williams is going this afternoon. The rest of the offensive coaches are going this afternoon. So it's a very busy day right now for these guys, and I know Thursday's a big day for their prep. I was watching a couple of the guys go out with, they used to wear like pennies when they're pretending to be the other team, but now they're just wearing like kind of regular Patriots jerseys. So see guys in different numbers. Jeremiah Webb was in 16, so I guess he's playing the part of Jacoby Myers this week. So that's how Vrabel likes to do it. I guess every little nuances.
Did you run into Evan?
I did run into Evan. I talked to Evan a little bit in the locker room.
So you interviewed Evan?
I didn't interview him.
No.
I just had a little brief chat with him as we were, he does his thing. He's going around talking to guys.
I was going to say, did you catch Evan in a corner in a little conversation?
I did. I saw him
players?
one with Jalen Hawkins and
causing trouble.
And then it was funny yesterday. Evan went up to Josh Dobbs yesterday, and he was like, "Can I ask you a potentially stupid football question?" And Josh Dobbs was very gracious, and I didn't hear what they were saying, but they had a good conversation. And Josh Dobbs was like, "No, it's a good question."
I want to talk up to Josh Dobbs. I want to see if he wants to do.
Evan did that.
He went up to Josh Dobbs and just said,
"Evan was being disingenuous. There's no way that he really thought it was a dumb." Because there's no way he would subject himself to not being a ball knower.
No, I think this might have been an area that Evan actually genuinely wasn't sure about something.
I do that stuff all the time. And that's exactly how I do it. It's like how I wade into being an idiot.
Right.
I'm surprised I'm not getting a call. Hey, why is Evan asking Josh Dobbs about
Yeah, well, I think Evan does dive into the film, and I think he generally has questions that only those guys can really answer. So Josh Dobbs was great. I mean, it seemed like he gave him a lot, and that's another thing I really enjoyed from some of the behind-the-scenes Forge stuff was just Josh Dobbs, listening to him kind of talk to these guys, and you just get a sense of who these guys are as people and as teammates and what kind of leadership they bring. And every time I hear Josh Dobbs talk, I see, I get why this guy is just really respected.
Yeah.
He's got, obviously, a really interesting career with what he's done going into programs and starting games on no.
I want to do a podcast with Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, the pastor.
You and him.
Yeah, just
that'd be fun.
The two of us, and we'll talk about science fiction. We'll talk about all kinds of different things.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Do it.
I would like to do that. I'm going to propose that to him.
Josh Dobbs.
Yeah,
let's go.
So.
What's going on, Paul? You all right? I saw you having some
trash guy.
Oh, that's your trash guy.
No.
I thought you had to go to the bathroom.
Or did you just fake a call to get a new Pepsi?
Well, I was out there.
While I'm out here.
I was out there, so I decided to go around the corner and get one from that other refrigerator. And I also had a quick little moment with the head coach.
Braves.
Oh, yeah. Braves happened to be coming by. And he goes, hey, Paul.
Oh, just a quiet hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Mike. Good luck, son. I didn't say good luck.
Really, Paul?
So I've been boring Mike with this. I won't go 20 minutes. Don't worry about it. He has that look on his face.
You have 6 minutes.
This is like dampening the enthusiasm, Paul. I don't know where you're going with this. But anyway, so my brother-in-law, his son, my nephew, and me, we all live very, very close together, like within an eighth of a mile.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a clan.
So, So they've decided everybody's got some cleaning to do. You know, those haul trucks, those junk trucks, like 1-800
cleaning out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 1-800
I did
junk,
that over the weekend.
It's very, it's very
Oh, yeah?
expensive.
Yeah.
It can be very expensive.
Yeah.
Right? So we hired one, and we're going to do it. We asked him to
group
do
one.
it all together.
Oh.
So we got a little bit of a...
Many hands make light work.
Correct.
Yeah.
And they agreed to do all three.
Yeah.
And we got a pretty good rate to do it. The problem was when we've decided to do this, and that was a couple of weeks ago, and all of a sudden, like on Tuesday night, I was told, yeah, they're coming at 1:30 on Thursday.
Oh.
Like, I'm not ready.
You're not ready.
So I got home last night. It's dark out, and I'm like, I had to get everything out from under the deck. And I sent Mike a picture of it. I'll see if I can get that on the camera.
Yeah, we should get that online. That's a great picture.
Mike is just dying laughing at some of the crowd. I have like, you know, like the wedding cake stairs that go in a pool, like the plastic stairs.
Yeah.
Like, when I first got the pool like 25 years ago, the guy was like, yeah, I'll throw in a set of those stairs. So the guy just like brings over this set of stairs and just dumps them in my backyard. No instruction. I have no idea how to like install them.
Put them in, they're floating to the top.
He's like, oh yeah, you put like sand, I'm like, I'm not drilling anything into my new pool.
Right.
Like in creating a leak. Like, I don't know how that, so they've never been in the pool. They've been under my deck for 25 years.
They look like it.
I got to get rid of
I
these
can just
things.
see the Perillo clan. They all get their stuff together, and each one is like, you throwing that out? I'll take that. And before you know it, there's nothing left. Everything's been claimed by somebody else.
One man's trash.
Yeah, right.
It's a lot of.
So how did you get into your pool for 20 years?
Oh, I have a ladder.
Okay.
Like there's a regular ladder, but these stairs would have been much better for, say, like my mother-in-law, who used to watch the kids all the time. And would have been much easier for her to get in and out of the pool. See, he always has to go snark, right? You're the queen of snark. I'm going to say.
The queen of snark.
I'm the king of snark. You're the queen.
Okay, all right. I'll own that moniker. Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law was kind enough to go over and just sort of make sure that everything that we needed to get taken out. There were 3 pieces of the sectional still in the house because Beth, who was the only one around to help me get the section was in like 7 pieces that we were throwing away.
Yeah.
Sections.
We put like 4 of them out in the driveway, but the other ones, the ones that had like the recliner ones, they're really heavy with like the big metal braces on the back, and I couldn't do it by myself. And Beth was like, "Yeah, I'm out."
You don't have a dolly in the basement?
Dolly.
Yeah.
What were you saying about the Boston accent? That was a little Boston accent, dolly right there. Dolly.
A little bit.
You have
That
a
was
dolly?
almost even more New Jersey.
Yeah.
The emphasis on the O, not the ah.
Could be.
Dolly.
Yeah,
So,
dolly.
My brother-in-law just wanted to make sure that everything that I wanted to get thrown out was,
All right.
was taken
Mike,
care of.
back to the locker
back to the
room.
locker room
Yeah,
in there.
There's the wedding cake stairs.
Oh, my God. Oh, they're textured,
Funny.
too.
You've just
There
been
you go.
staring at those, cursing them for 20 years.
It's got the mold on it.
I know.
I think we're going to
Black
effort to
mold.
get that
Yeah.
photo up. It's a mess.
The fans are clamoring for it.
All right, so you would say is an enthusiastic locker room. Was Drake in there?
Yeah, I saw Drake walking
Yeah.
through. And I got to say this again, just to piggyback off what Alex said. We were all gathered around Pop Douglas, and as is often the case, there's so many people that it spills over into the lockers next to him. And Stefon Diggs was not at his locker when we all got there, and he kind of like walked in, and Karen Gregan like kind of got out of the way. We kind of moved, and he was just like, "It's all good, it's all good." I got to like he was just very smiley, gracious, and putting on a good face for all that. So after yesterday, and
God, I hope these
all that
kids
stuff,
win.
Just win one.
It's like 2 weeks in a row.
So it was good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think we need to get into the picks because I think we're going to need a little extra time here today.
Will you need extra time?
All right. So it is that time of the week.
We're not going to talk about last year, are we?
No.
Okay, good.
Yes, we are.
Oh, we are. All right. Well, Paul, Kick it off.
I'm just going to give you the final results from last season because I like to give everybody their props. Evan, 191 and 81, followed by Alex at 190 and 82. Paul was third at 184 and 88, and then Mike and Fred were tied at 183 and 89. That was the overall. With the spread, Evan also won that. See, again, I like to give the props to the ball knower.
Yeah.
156, 110, and 6, followed by Paul at 154, 112, and 6. Fred, you were third in the spread because that really separates.
Yeah, it does.
150, 116, and 6. Mike was 149, 117, and 6. And Alex was 141, 125, and 6.
And not to, pat ourselves too much on the back, but
those are good numbers.
If you're anything over 50% against the spread, that's good. I mean, Evan was 46 over 500.
That's correct.
That's amazing.
He's a sharp.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get it.
Alex was 16 over 500,
right,
and she was
lost.
in 5th place.
Last.
Right.
I know.
No,
I like to say 5th place. I
that's
didn't call
really
you
good.
last.
Yeah. That's really good. All right. So here we go. And just a reminder, if you want to do your own picks, you can do that at tinyurl.com/Patriots Unfiltered. Thanks to Boston Cream. He set that up. And put your picks in, and then next week we'll talk about, of our listeners who did really well.
Yeah, maybe a T-shirt for the winner of the week,
T-shirt.
perhaps?
Yeah.
There's
All
only
right. So
7 spots
tonight,
left.
8:20 on NBC, Telemundo, Universo. It's the and by the way, everyone's record is 0-0.
Right.
So I won't be doing records.
Oh, right.
Yeah. The Cowboys are at the Eagles. One of Paul's division games.
Philly by 8.5.
Oof.
Ooh. 8.5. Yeah, that's so. As I was pondering this game, just wondering what is Dallas's frame of mind after trading Micah Parsons. How does that play out with them? I know Paul talking about this being a division game. Hard to pick against Philadelphia. They're just so talented. They have brought most everybody back. So I'm going to go with Philadelphia, but I think on the first night of the season in a divisional game, I think it might be a little bit closer, even if the Cowboys are reeling a little bit. So I will take Dallas plus 8.5
with
those points.
I'm going to go Philly. It's been a tough 6 months for Dallas sports fans.
It is. Yep.
Oh, right. They traded Luka.
Yeah, I am going to agree with Alex. I think it's been a mess for the Cowboys. Maybe. I mean, I know I'm reading all from the Dallas industrial complex that evidently Micah Parsons kills children in his spare time since the trade last week.
Right?
The smear campaign is Red Sox-esque, I would say. But I got to think that trade wasn't the best thing for everybody with the Cowboys. And I'll take Philly both ways. A lot of times that I think Mike is right, that opening night thing coming off a Super Bowl doesn't always go the way you think it's going to go, but I have a feeling they will win big tonight.
One of the things that kind of got lost in all the Micah Parsons and all that stuff is their head coach is Brian Schottenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like because Jerry Jones doesn't want to go out and get a coach that'll talk back.
Right.
So I was going to say the lock was taking the points, but I got to go Eagles both ways. I just think that when you add in everything, I just think this is a lost season for the Cowboys.
Wow.
Friday night, 8 o'clock on YouTube. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work.
Yeah, you just type YouTube into the line. Yeah, go at the website.
Into your smart TV browser?
Oh, no.
I don't want to watch on my phone.
The YouTube app on your...
I don't want to watch on my phone. I
YouTube
want to watch
TV.
it on my big screen TV. Am I going to be able to do that?
Not without a subscription.
Do you have the app on your smart TV?
I don't know.
Just
I
download
might.
the YouTube app.
I might. Okay. I have a smart TV, so I assume that YouTube's probably on.
He's going to call you tomorrow night at like 7:59. Like, Alex,
I'll
it's
be ready to
Fred.
go. I'll be ready to walk you through it.
Trying to watch the
All right.
game.
I will say, with no snark involved at all, I am borderline stunned that I'm not the one asking that question.
No, I don't watch YouTube TV.
I don't either,
either.
but I know you can.
I know, but I've never had to, so I don't know.
I just watch YouTube for free, but they do have like a TV subscription.
Right. But can you watch
So,
this game?
yeah, you can use YouTube and replace Comcast with it. Like
Yes.
YouTube has its own network.
Right.
Yeah,
My
of channels.
question is, can I watch this game without being a YouTube subscriber?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it's free.
It is free.
It is free.
So just go to YouTube.
Absolutely. I know that for sure. So
No, but I was a little surprised that you wouldn't be a little bit more up on watching
I haven't
YouTube
even
TV.
looked into it yet.
Oh.
So it's the Chiefs at the Chargers.
KC by 3.
3. Yeah, I flirted. I know people are probably
I don't
wishing.
think Lane would be happy to
No,
hear
I
that.
flirted with not picking the Chiefs. I know people, a little bit of Chiefs fatigue settling in. I get it. But I think they are going to bounce back this year. I can't pick the Chargers. I'm not sure. I think Kansas City's beaten them 3 or 4 straight times. So I'm going to go with Kansas City even on the road, and I'm going to lay the points.
I think Kansas City will win the
I'm
game.
sorry, it's in Brazil. I didn't mean to say
It's
that.
in Brazil, yeah. What's the spread again?
3.
Surprising.
That's weird.
Brazil.
Yeah, they know something. Something's up.
Now I got to think about this.
There's
Wow.
something up.
How many do you think they should be favored by over the Chargers?
7.
Really?
Yeah. 6,
2
7.
playoff teams are playing. You think it should be a
6,
touchdown?
7. Yeah.
Oh wow, Fred,
Wow.
you just made the
Wow.
you made the middle schoolers really happy with that one.
The what? The middle schoolers?
6, 7 thing.
That's a thing.
Kids can't stop saying 6, 7. I
Wait,
don't.
what is
don't
it?
ask.
I
don't ask.
Did
me.
I
Don't
just
ask.
stumble into another
did.
faux pas?
You
No,
did.
I
It's not even a
understand
faux
it.
pas.
I think you
It's
did,
just
and
it's not even a
the
faux
olds,
pas.
the olds have no idea what's going
Just
on. You
kids
and I.
saying 6, 7 and laughing all over the place, and
Oh,
you don't
boy.
really know why. So just telling you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody will write in about it, I'm sure.
All right. Somebody tell me what 6, 7 means.
Alex will explain it to us off air.
I don't
worry.
even know
no,
myself.
no, it's like
This is
unexplainable.
even too young for me.
Gotta have
There's a
middle
lot of
schoolers.
travel for both teams. I think Kansas City will win the game.
He's flirting with the hook.
Justin has a new girlfriend.
That's the hook.
I think they might cover.
Wait, who is it? Somebody famous. isn't it?
Madison Breer.
Beer.
Breer. I don't
Beer,
know. She's
yeah.
really, really hot.
Hey, you said it.
It's like a
I don't
a
think
Josh
I've ever heard that name in my
Haley
life.
situation. Too young. Way too young.
Oh, Josh Allen. Okay.
I would
yeah, yeah.
fade any team
So-
where their quarterback's dating an actress. But
You're taking Kansas City or you're taking the points?
I'm taking Kansas City and I'm giving the Chargers the points.
Okay. I am going to take Kansas City both ways also, but the Chargers are pretty good. I'm a little, I guess, waiting to see how they respond to a tough summer.
Yeah.
You know, losing their best lineman and how they're going to respond to that. Najee Harris's, situation kind of odd. Don't know if he's going to be able to play even. I think the Chargers are pretty good. I think they'll be a playoff team, but I think the demise, or as Quint would say, the demise of the Chiefs, I think has been greatly exaggerated. Again, a lot of people picking Denver to win the AFC West. I don't see it. I'll take the Chiefs.
This is an insider game.
Insider.
Yeah, this is an insider game. Something's up with this spread. I'm telling you all. I'm going
don't
with
really
Chargers
understand.
both ways.
Ooh.
Jim Harbaugh has them ready to go on week 1.
Yeah, I can absolutely see the Chargers winning. I just don't really get your spread thing. Like, the Chiefs never cover. Like, that's their thing, is like everybody should have beaten the Chiefs every game, but they find a way to win. They never cover. Like, what are
Okay.
you going to lay? Like 10 points?
Okay.
No
All
one
right.
would take Kansas City.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Like, the spread is
I
like
know.
a divisional game in a neutral site, a field goal. I don't know what you're expecting them to be favored by. That's what I don't get.
Okay. I'm taking the Chargers.
7.
Both ways.
Yes, it's supposed to be.
6 or 7. 6, 7.
You did it again.
That one he did on purpose.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Appealing to the younger demographic.
Good. Sunday at 1 on Fox.
Oh, wait. We have to skip over that one.
We
Sorry.
do?
Go ahead. No, mine.
Okay. Sunday at 1 at Fox. The Buccaneers are at the Falcons.
Just another division game. Great. Love it. Tampa by 1.5.
Yeah, this is one of those really tough games for me. I always feel like
They're all tough.
The Falcons are.
I agree with Fred. It's hard.
Yeah, well, the
Week
Falcons
1.
really stockpiling. I feel like some really good pieces on both sides of the ball. Drafted a couple edge guys this year in the draft as well. Like, I just am wondering, is it all going to come together with, Drake London and Michael Penix and Bijan Robinson, or Tampa's still got great weapons too, and
They
I
got
mean, Emeka
Baker.
Ibuka has really had a good camp too.
They're gonna
He
let Baker
stands out,
bake.
let
yeah.
Baker bake.
The league is better with him in it.
But
Absolutely.
I'm going to
Alex
get a little crazy. I'm going to go with Atlanta at home and
The
say a
Atlanta
little bit of
Falcons.
not changing the guard, but I think Atlanta's going to put some pressure on Tampa. I'll take the Falcons and I'll take those 1.5 points, please.
The home dogs are tempting, but I'm going to go
There are
Tampa,
a lot of them this week. Tampa. So I agree with Mike that I think the Falcons are a team, if Michael Penix plays well, obviously, they have a lot of talent, and they could be heard from. I think Tampa is better. I'm a little concerned about their injuries to start the season, but I'm going to take Tampa to get off to a better start on the road. I'll take Tampa.
I'm going to take the Falcons to win the game. Sunday at 1 on Fox, the Bengals are at the Browns.
Cincinnati by 5.5.
Will they come out ready to play?
I'm going to say they do this year, Fred. I know that they've had rough starts in the past, but they got Trey Hendrickson in order, and hopefully that has positive vibes for them going into week 1. Just really hard to, no disrespect to Joe Flacco, but to pick Cleveland, even with their really good defense. Love Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
What will Joe's
too much
fit be before the game?
What was the spread? 5.5?
5.5.
Yeah, I'll lay the 5.5.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati gets over that early season struggle bus that they've been on. I think I'm going to take them both ways.
Yeah, I am going to say that they're ready to play with the changes that they made in the summer.
Minimal drama this summer.
I'll take the Bengals, but I'm not laying 5.5 with that defense. I'll take the points. So Cincinnati to win, Cleveland to cover.
I'm going to take Cincinnati both ways. So Joe Cool gets it done. CBS at 1. The Dolphins are at the Colts.
Indy by 1.5.
I don't know what to expect from Miami. I see all these, rumblings with drama with Tyreek Hill and, is Mike McDaniel losing the locker room and all that stuff. And they've been so good against the Patriots and they seem to beat the bad teams and they lose to the good teams. I'm going to go for a little bit out on the limb, though, here. And I know Indianapolis is favored, but I'm going to take Indianapolis. I'm going to buy into a little bit of the Miami hype and say they drop this one in week 1. I'll lay the 1.5.
Indy.
Yeah, this is probably the game I have the least amount of clue about.
Right.
I could see Daniel Jones playing reasonably well for his new team and the Colts at home winning. I just think Miami's better. And I know everybody thinks Miami's going to win 3 games this year. That seems to be the consensus. Much like Kansas City, I think their demise is overrated. I don't think Miami is necessarily a playoff team, but I see them doing exactly what Mike said and continuing to beat the bad teams and losing to good teams. And they're always better early in the season than late because McDaniel usually has some things offensively. I'll take Miami to win.
Yeah, anyone who outside of South Florida or Indianapolis who thinks they have a beat on this game is just lying. But I'm going to take the Colts because I want them to win.
So, which brings up an interesting thing, Freddie.
Yeah.
I know we haven't made all the picks yet, but Patriots, great chance to enter week 2 in first place by themselves.
There you go.
Miami loses to Indy. Jets lose to Pittsburgh. Buffalo loses to Baltimore.
Yep.
Boom. Roasted.
Boom. That's how it happens. I left out the Patriots part, but
Sunday at 1 on Fox, the Panthers are at the Jaguars.
The Panthers. Jacksonville by 3.5.
It's another really tough one where Carolina maybe found a little magic at the end of last year. Thielen's gone now. That they see that a little bit as a blow. It opens the door for one of my Holy Cross guys there, Jalen Coker. Might get more opportunity this year. But I'm going to say this is a Trevor Lawrence. I don't want to say a bounce back year. I'm going to say they're going to win. Jacksonville's going to win this one this week. I'll lay the points as well. I love what they've got around him, and if he can put it together and play under the new Duval coach, maybe they'll put it together and score some points. I'll take them.
People have been talking about Travis Hunter. Like, how's he doing?
Well, he got hurt.
Yeah.
So he missed, the last preseason or the last 2 preseason games, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, he's been active, and I think they're planning on playing him both ways.
Jags.
Jags for Alex. I am going to take Jacksonville to win the game. I'll take the hook. 3.5. I'll take Carolina to lose by a field goal.
This is going to be a bounce back season for.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think Jacksonville's.
Yeah, and I'm going to take them both ways in this game. So
I'm hearing a lot of good things about Liam Cohen. I don't know if any of them are warranted, but I'm hearing a lot of good things.
Really? Okay. Sunday at 1 on CBS, the Cardinals are at the Saints.
Arizona by 6.5.
Oof. That's a big week 1 spread on the road.
Yeah, it's going to be
tells you the respect that the Saints aren't getting.
Well, yeah, they don't. I mean, they didn't.
They don't
figure
have
out their
they don't have a
quarterback.
quarterback.
A lot of people think New Orleans is the worst team in football.
Right.
I would be one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel
Who's
the
that?
same.
Hunter What's his
Spencer
Rattler.
Rattler. I'll take Arizona. I'll drop all 6.5 of those points. Too.
All 6.5 of them.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with Fred. It is a pretty big.
you already did yours? Okay.
Pretty big spread on the road in week 1, but I'm going to take Arizona.
I am going to take Arizona as well, both ways. Sunday at 1, CBS. Steelers at Jets.
Pittsburgh by 3.
Battle of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, this is another one of those games where it's so hard to pick. But I think for week 1, I'm going to go with the only known quantity I feel like is Mike Tomlin within this matchup and that defense. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh and I'll lay the points, give the Jets a week 1 loss.
Yeah. I'll probably ride with Pittsburgh too until they give me a reason not to.
Yeah, I'm kind of in between on Pittsburgh. You know, people seem to be all in or all out on Aaron Rodgers. I think that there'll be a continuation of what we've seen Pittsburgh to be, like a 9-8, 10-7 kind of team. I don't think he'll be a disaster. I think this is a spot for the Jets, though. I don't think very many people are thinking much of the Jets, and this is when they like to pull the rug out from under their fans just to crush them a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Jets win outright in week 1 and still have a tough year. It just makes it all the much much harder for Jets fans to handle when they end up 2-6 anyway.
Yeah, this is a tough game for hate watching because you want both of them to lose. You know, like if the Jets win, then Aaron Rodgers loses, which is great. But if the Steelers win, then the Jets lose, which is also great. So. Yeah. I want them both to lose.
You want
possible.
the Jets to lose more, though.
Yeah, I guess so. So I'll go with the Steelers to win the game.
So that's it. We could definitely. Do we have time? Yeah, we could definitely have a good PFW argument about that. What would you want more to lose?
Right.
Now, I think if you think you're going to be on the edge of the playoffs, you should be rooting against Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Because no one thinks the Jets are going to be in the playoff picture.
Right. That's right. Yep.
No. Just saying.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Just saying.
It's true. Sunday at 1 on Fox, the Giants are at the Commanders.
Washington by 6.
So this is another one of these games where, like, Paul, you brought up the Giants, so making a case with Abdul Carter, and they got a pass rush now, Dexter Lawrence. I mean, they got Malik Neighbors. I mean, they have some pieces. And does Russell Wilson still have a little bit in the tank to beat a really good Washington team? I still think Washington's excellent. I'm going to take them to win, but I think Russell Wilson and that defense will keep it close. I'll take the 6 points for the Giants.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not as high on Washington as I think I was last year after seeing them here in preseason. And it's just this is a game where I just have to see how it plays out. Like, what are the Giants going to look like,
How does it all come together? They've got talent. It's just,
Folks,
this is your
upset special of the week. Did I steal it on you?
Well, not upset, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to take the Giants outright.
Wow.
I'm going to take the Giants outright. Have all the respect in the world for Jaden Daniels. I do not think he was a flash in the pan. I don't think it's going to be a sophomore slump. I just think it's hard to win by yourself every week, and I don't think that team's all that good. And I kind of like this is probably, I'm definitely guilty of what I always rail against, putting too much stock in something I saw in the summer. And I just felt like that team, it was more about the guys that weren't on the field. The reaction on the sideline of the starters for the Giants throughout that game resonated with me for some reason. I know it's stupid. It's meaningless. But I was impressed that Dable had that team engaged.
Yeah, this is a lock of the week. Just on the points, though. The Giants cover in this game, but they don't get it done.
So we all like the Giants. It's
we,
interesting.
We do. Giants cover, lock of the week. Take the points.
Should I put that down as your lock of the week?
Yes. That's why I said it.
You say a lot of things.
This is an interesting game. 4:05 on Fox. The By the way, I've skipped over the Patriots, and we're moving to the 4 o'clock window. 4:05 on Fox. The Titans are, of course, at Denver. Not only are the Denver at home, they're the only team already at 1-0. So it's unbelievable how the league. But yeah, so Titans at Denver.
You're right to say this is an intriguing game. Denver by 8.5.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Tennessee play this year. I think this is a tough spot, though. Denver's a tough place to play because of the altitude and all the crap.
Cam Ward, week 1, first start
tough
at Denver.
Way to start, but Denver by 8.5.
Yeah, I've seen Tom Brady struggle there enough to know it's a tough place to play. And Denver locking up Nick Bonito, taking care of some of their guys. Think vibes will be good. I'll take Denver, and I'm going to lay those points.
Yeah, biggest spread of the week, right? But
yeah, this one.
Denver.
Yeah, tied with Dallas and Philly. I'm going to take Denver to win also. I'll take Denver both ways, but I think Tennessee's going to be improved. I think it's going to be the continuation of that rookie quarterback thing that gives the team a lift. I think Cam Ward's going to be all right, but tough one to start in Denver.
Yeah, chalk this game. Broncos both ways.
And I do think Denver's a pretty good team.
Yeah.
4:05 on Fox, the 49ers at the Seahawks.
I can't get enough of those divisional games. San Francisco by 2.5.
So Robert Saleh back. Really lost some pieces there in San Francisco. No more Debo or Dre Greenlaw missed last season. But I think San Francisco is going to have a bounce back year. I think they'll be back in command of the NFC West. I'm going to take San Francisco. I'll drop those points.
Me too.
I'm curious too what Darnold looks like in Seattle. Like, does that, you know what I mean? Is he really good, or was that more Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota, Justin Jefferson?
No,
what's it look like?
It's a good point. I'm going to take San Francisco both ways as well. I do think the Niners are a good team and a talented team that got absolutely decimated last year. I think they bounce back and win that division.
I'm going to take the 49ers as well, both ways. I think that's a fairly easy one. CBS, 4:25, the Lions at the Packers.
Oh,
this is actually a division game that I would be interested in. Green Bay by 2.5.
Just so many storylines to kind of dig in on. Starting with Ben Johnson leaving Detroit's offense. What's that going to look like now? Still have a lot of pieces in place. Green Bay, they just got a big boost bringing in Micah Parsons. I still don't totally believe in Jordan Love, though. I haven't seen the consistency from him yet. He still seems so up and down. But I'm going to go with Green Bay at home in this one to hold serve. Dan Campbell's been really good against the Packers, but I think they just have a little bit of juice and energy right now for week 1 at home. I'll take them and lay the points.
I'm going to take Green Bay at home, but I'm going to give Detroit the points.
Ooh, that's a close one.
I'm going to take Detroit both ways. This will be the game, Mike, that you and Fred will have to carry the post-game show as I'm watching Red Zone. I do think the Lions have had the Packers number, and I love what you said about Jordan Love. I think he has talent, but I don't think he's put it together, and I don't think he's ascended to a level that some people have put him at.
Yeah. My gut says Packers. I'm going to stick with my gut. Usually when I lose, it's when I go against my instincts. My instincts say Packers win this game. CBS 4:25, the Texans are at the Rams.
The LAR by 3.
Or by 3.
How's Stafford?
Going to play.
Yeah, I worry about him breaking down.
Absolutely.
Are they gonna?
I think the Rams are really good, but if he doesn't play, they ain't really good.
And that's
Garoppolo ain't the same.
I'm going to go with an upset here on the road, and I'm going to take Houston and C.J. Stroud. And I think they kind of continue their ascension and putting things together. Solid football team down there with the Texans.
I'm taking that upset too.
Can't go against my guy. I'll take the LAR. I think at least he plays to start the season. I don't know how long or how many games Stafford at 37 is going to be able to play with a bad back, but I think they get off to a good start.
I'm going to go with the Rams as well for this game. 8:20 Sunday Night Football on NBC and Universo.
Good matchup.
The Ravens at the Bills.
Rematch of last year's memorable divisional round game. Baltimore, the road favorite by 1.5.
1.5.
A lot of people think Baltimore is the best team in football.
No, why?
Talent.
But like specifically, is there something new that they've done?
No, but they're perennial double-digit team. John Harbaugh, the head coach.
I think they've had
the
fewer
quarterback.
losses than some of the other good teams.
Yeah, I didn't know if something changed this year. They're a very popular pick right now, and a lot of people are very high. And I just, I get why continuation, but I just didn't know there wasn't really a big change.
And a lot of
to
people
put them
think
over
they
the
have to get
top.
off the hump at some point.
Yeah, Well, I don't think they're going to. I'm going to take the Bills.
I hear you.
At home,
wow.
as home dogs.
Yep.
Josh Allen, he's a married man now, happy, content with his life. His wife just had a great movie, Sinners, made him cry. Yeah, it was that emotional, Paul. I know. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Josh Allen. He's ready to drop bombs.
I really would like to see Baltimore win a Super Bowl, which sounds weird to say, but I think Buffalo's going to open it up at home dogs. I'm going to go with.
I think both of these teams are excellent. I'm going to take Baltimore to win the opener. I think that they get the regular season edge over Buffalo, and then Buffalo sort of turns the tables on them in the postseason. But two really good teams. I think they'll both be playing well into January. It's a great Sunday night game. One that I might even stay up to watch the second half of. Depending on, if
you'll be jacked up off a Patriots win.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a blowout at halftime, like last year, I think Baltimore blew them out on a Sunday night game. And I didn't really stay up to watch that.
Listen.
If
you're a Bills fan, watch your fingers because the window's slamming shut.
Again.
Here we go again.
Morel, did you put together that montage I asked for of him closing the window on Buffalo's success?
I'm going with the Ravens.
It started in 2018. You can just go back and get the tapes.
I'm going with the Ravens to win the game, opening up the AFC East for your New England Patriots. Here we go. Let's go, RA. Let's go.
I don't think RA is a huge clapper. Your RA description of RA is the most perfect description ever.
He claps.
He just looks like he could poop a piece of toilet paper,
Yep.
He's so tight. Get it, Mike? He's so tight.
Ripping it just come out.
His butt cheeks are so close together, Mike. He poops paper. Get it?
Let's go, Ravens. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Monday night on ESPN, ABC, ESPN2,
Never heard that one, Alex.
ESPN, Deportes. So why does it have to be on ESPN and ESPN2? Can't they put figure skating on ESPN2
It's an alternate
or something
broadcast.
like that?
Maybe they have a bunch of people.
Well, is it the
yucking
Manning
it up.
cast?
On ESPN2?
They put that
Do we
on
not?
two?
Well,
But they
usually
shouldn't
it's on
list that.
two, but they don't do one for every single game. I don't know if they're
I
doing
think
it
there
for
is
this
for
one.
this week. I saw that.
Well, of course, it's another division game, so why not have the
Right.
Mannings there to talk about
Vikings at the Bears.
it? Minnesota by 1.5.
So, again, just another great matchup. Ben Johnson going there to Chicago. Plenty of talent around Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has plenty of talent. They said Colston Loveland, like we talked about the other day. Like they just keep bringing guys in, and is it all going to come together? In Minnesota now, we saw J.J. McCarthy there. I was more impressed with him the second day. I think they'll be even better. Obviously when they have Justin Jefferson in there. So I'm going to take Minnesota to hold on, and I'll lay that 1.5. But I wonder if Chicago is going to start getting it going, because I think if they do start getting it going, they could be really good.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bears at home. I think, 1.5, not much of an upset. I do like Caleb Williams.
He feels bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him. I think he's kind of a douche. I don't really feel bad for him.
You pity him.
No, I just think that because he cried, his talent was lessened somehow. That's the disconnect that he can get. But in terms of being like a leader and all that stuff, I think that's warranted.
Is it?
No, I do not hate Williams, but I pity the fool.
Correct.
Okay.
Very well put. No, and you know what this is? This is really a pick. I think a Monday night to open the season at Soldier Field is not a great way to make your debut if you're J.J. McCarthy.
Sure.
So this is more of a pick against him than it is for the Bears.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think the Minnesota Vikings, off the momentum of their preseason Week 2 win over the Patriots, ride that wave.
Well, that's interesting because they lost the game. Just saying.
They ride that wave.
They won the second joint practice.
Yeah.
They lost the game. This is like when he tried to say the Patriots actually beat Houston in the last game of the year when Wes Welker tore his ACL.
Paul, they lost the game, but they won the week.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
That's largely true from
those who were there.
Most of the writers. I wasn't there.
I
so.
wasn't there either.
That's true. You weren't. I forgot.
I came late.
I was there.
No, but I think the Vikings.
Mike was there. He says that they won the day 2.
Yeah, day 2.
They did.
I think the Vikings win the game. I don't have faith in the Bears.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in the Bears either. This is kind of
and this isn't a Caleb Williams thing, by the way.
I do think Caleb Williams is pretty good.
I just think there's a lot of characters. Like Ben Johnson strikes me as a character. Caleb Williams strikes me as a character. DJ Moore is a character. Like there's just a lot of guys with personalities that are unique, and maybe it will all go together. But
all right, we gotta hurry.
It's 1:59.
Now we go back to the Patriots Sunday at 1 on CBS. For those of you who want to know where to watch, CBS, the Raiders at the Patriots.
Oh, sorry. Patriots by 3. Line moved from 2.5 to 3.
Something's up.
Something's up.
What do they know?
Where's the Sharps? Where do the Sharps know? I'm going to go with Patriots on this one. I think it'll be a back and forth game, maybe some sloppiness. Big play here, big play there. But I think in the end, they pull it out. Low scoring game, though. I'm going to say 21-17 Patriots.
Now, do I hedge my bet from All Access, or do I?
You can change
stay
the score, but you can't
consistent?
change the pick.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You can do whatever you want. Just know
What do
that
you feel right now?
I'm just going to call it out if you do.
Yeah, and you're wearing a custom Patriots
I know.
jersey.
Okay, my thinking is last year we came out and won, and it gave everyone a ton of false hope, and then the rest of the season was misery.
So you
What
don't
if
want
we
the
lose
false
the
hope.
first game, and then it's only up from there, and I don't know.
You don't
I
have to
just-
convince me, Alex. It's your pick.
I just look at the Raiders, and I think a lot of people overlook this game, but there's something to be said that Pete Carroll and Gino have been together quite a while, and I don't know. I could see Vegas 27, Patriots 24.
Oof. Tortured. He's tortured.
You know what? Look up the number of times a game that the Raiders were involved in that one of the teams had 24 points. You'll be amazed.
Yeah, it's true.
That's amazing. I'm going to take the Patriots in this game in a similar kind of game that Mike just described. I think that they have the home field will be impactful. I think there's a lot of energy here. Fred sort of talked about there should be more excitement. I think there's a lot of excitement for the start of the season, and I think they're going to get a good environment to play in. 23-17 New England, but not an easy game.
Blowout.
Game that could go either way. Absolutely toss-up game. I'm hoping it doesn't come down to a field goal because I think the Raiders have an enormous edge with Daniel Carlson.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's the 6-point thing and they need a touchdown at the end. But I think the running game for the Patriots is a little better than Ashton Genty for the Raiders.
Fair.
Okay. Yes, Patriots 24-20. So they squeak out the win and the cover. It'll be a tough game. Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game. There'll be at moments there where it might look a little like last year offensive-wise, but there'll be other bright moments, so have no fear. Patriots pull it out 24-20. Another game in which there's 24s involved with the Raiders.
I'm going to need to hear more about this off air.
Okay. All right. So that's the picks. Remember that if you want to do your own picks, you can go to tinyurl.com/Patriots Unfiltered, and you can put your own picks in, and next week we'll see of you who knows what they're doing. You can win a T-shirt. Newsletter going out. You can subscribe to the newsletter by going to patriots.com/PU newsletter. What do we got this week? Anything good?
11:45 pregame show.
The FAQ will have some like futures stuff that I'll ask you guys.
Futures.
Okay.
Futures.
Sounds good.
PU.
Learn how to just make nachos with
Maybe
whatever
a nacho
happens to be left
recipe
over
from
in your
Paul.
house.
You do basic nachos or Alex's nachos grande.
Or you can make
deluxe.
your own chips like Deuce.
You can make your own chips. That's not hard.
All right. That's it. It was a big show. I'm exhausted.
Three shows in a week.
So have fun this weekend. Remember, whatever happens,
Stay safe.
It's not how the season's going to go. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but have a good time on Sunday. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey, this is Evan. Thanks for tuning into the show. If you really want to help us, make sure to like us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure to follow on the New England Patriots YouTube channel to see this show and everything else we do here at the Patriots. Thanks a lot.